So good evening. We are back again, a day early. Yeah, you guys always moan that we're late, or I'm late. Well, we're actually a day early. We're actually a day early because obviously Arsenal play tomorrow. But big up to everyone locked in. Make sure you're smashing the like button up. Make sure you sub to all the lads. And West Ham are pretty effed. Just watching the conclusion of that right now. So yeah, Tottenham will probably do a Spursy tomorrow and go and get walloped about 5-0. And it is what it is. However, Manchester City won another trophy. They're now level on trophies with Arsenal. And their shit season with their washed manager and washed squad has ended up in 2 trophies so far. And as it stands on the 17th of May, at 28 minutes past 8 Spanish time, we have won nothing. Yeah, and we have Burnley tomorrow, which we have only beaten 6 times out of our last 10 games. But apparently, we're going to go and wallop 5 and 6s and 7s past them, everyone's saying. Yeah, hopefully. Anyways, DJ, happy Sunday, mate. How you been? How's your weekend been?
Yeah, all good, man. All good. Very good weekend. I've just finished watching the West Ham game. It looks as if their season is coming to an end, unfortunately. Yeah, I'm hoping there's not an upset, because there's always an upset at the end of the season. Someone always goes and does the impossible that you don't expect. So I can't lie to you. I've just said to Kenny backstage, I don't know why. I'm actually nervous, and I was all right up until I started watching the football today, and I saw the first half that Palace put in, and I thought, wow, this ain't the Crystal Palace team that I've been watching lately. So we've got to go to them last game of the season. Man City winning the FA Cup. We all saw what they done after they won the Carabao Cup. They turned their season around and went on an amazing run. So if you put all this into the pot, I'm actually nervous about tomorrow, and I don't know why. But yeah, all good, my friend. Pleasure to be here on a Sunday with Kenny, Ken, and Matty and yourself and the chat. Big up to everyone.
Yeah, bless up, man. Make sure you sub to DJ B's channel. He's going to be live a little bit later on as well. So make sure you get on that. And Matty, how are you, man?
Great, man. Great Sunday, man. Got a lot of stuff done today. Watched quite a bit of football. Me and Kenny was talking about this before we went on the air. Anybody that watched that Hearts and Celtics game yesterday, bro? What a game that was yesterday. That was proper football yesterday. That was proper tension. It was proper drama. It was everything that you look for in the game. So that was one of the best games I've watched this year. Yesterday, watched a little bit of the United game today, and then watched the West Ham and Newcastle there. And as DJ B said, it's not looking good, but I still think Spurs is going to have a little trouble here coming towards the end of the season. Everybody's looking at the Chelsea game, and they think they're going to walk past Chelsea. That ain't happening. Not with a new manager. They're playing for careers on Tuesday. So they'll So that's going to be a little harder than what it looks like. And of course, anytime you run up against Everton, is not an easy feat. So I think there's still an extra twist in there. As far as we go, we've got a lot of work to do here between now and the end of the season. I can't believe how quick the weeks have flown by, towards the end of the season here. And I was thinking about it this yesterday. I was saying to myself, Christ, we got the Champions League final here in a couple of weeks. I'm thinking we got a little time off, and I'm like, no. It's soon as next week is over, it's time to get ready for the final here, So, but other than that, guys, it's been a good day, man. Watched a little bit of League of Hypermotion. Anybody that watched that Deportivo game saw that goal today, man, and that game was lit as well. So it's been some good football play today. So we're here, and then we'll see you guys on the Sunday. We don't always see each other on the Sunday all the time, man. So,
no, we don't. To be fair, happy Sunday.
Yeah, happy Sunday.
It's been a long time. The only time we see each other on a Sunday, is when we're playing.
Yeah. The only time. Yeah, the only time. Yeah.
Make sure you follow Matty's channel as well. I'll get all the links pinned. Well, there you go. Static right on Q has got all the links and they're pinned. So make sure you sub to DJB. Make sure you sub to Matty, and make sure you follow Kenny. Kenny, how are you, man? Happy Sunday, mate.
I'm good. The good thing about doing this is obviously I don't have to watch I think Songs of Praise is on a bit later these days. I mean, back in the day, there used to be a program in the UK called Songs of Praise. And it's depressing. But there is the Antique Rose show. I don't know, antiques that, no one really wants. But so I'd rather be doing this. But yeah. This is like a massive.
The host is nice on that, though.
I believe she is, yeah. I think she used to read the news. I think she used to read the news. But this week's is massive for, because Arsenal, by Sunday can either be runners up again or champions.
Oh, don't.
Nothing's decided. Don't listen to all the, the hype from Jamie Carragher. Oh, yeah, the league's done. Or, people like, like all the other pundits, you know what I mean? They're entitled to say what they got to say, but we got to go and grab it. It was brilliant at West Ham. We hadn't played for it, for a week, and now the tension's on. Obviously, if you're an Arsenal fan, I always advise Arsenal fans to just concentrate on the Arsenal. And really, in respect, you should. But if we beat Burnley, all eyes are going to be on events at Dean Court. But we can only worry about Dean Court if we do our business tomorrow. And regardless of, how confident we should be, it's still a football match, still a Premier League match. You don't know what Burnley's going to turn up. All you're going to know is that for the first 20 minutes, it's going to be low block. Hopefully we score early and there's an avalanche of goals. But expect a low block. Expect them to take their time, waste time, play the referee, and do anything. Expect them to just come, not to be humiliated. They'll be happy with a point. They're not going to win, but a point. We're doing really good. Who knows? There might be some Man City fans in their team, so it ain't won yet.
No, it ain't. And this notion that Palace are going to rest their team, because they got a final. I've seen that quite a lot. I'm not so sure he will rest his team, but we'll get to that a little bit later. But because he never did it with Frankfurt, never rested his team for that final. So I don't know. And it's his last game of the season. Yeah. It's the last game of the season for him as manager in the Premier League for Palace. So he's going to want to go out on a win, or at least having a go. Yeah, and they got a final, but at the same time, we've seen before when we've been in finals, or when we've played against teams that are in finals that rest players, it's not always easy to just go back up to speed again. We see that in 2017. Chelsea won the league by a canter. Yeah, and we're absolutely fucking awful in that final. So I don't know. It's going to be really interesting. But before we get to talking about Arsenal, let's start with Chelsea. Let's start with Chelsea. They've just signed Xavi Alonso of all people. Yeah, if you're a Liverpool fan, you must be absolutely fuming. Yeah, because there's people apparently punching each other up in pubs up in Liverpool and everything. Like it's all kicking off up in the fucking Scousland. Yeah. And they've got Arne Slot still there for no apparent reason. Yeah. And now they've just seen one of their ex-players go to Chelsea. What do you guys make of that?
I mean, what does that tell you? I mean, that tells you right there that they're probably going to bring Slot back. I mean,
Klopp.
No, Klopp's ain't going to. He's not coming back. No, he's not coming back. That dream is over. Slide is going to be back at that team next year.
No, it was just funny.
Yeah, I know you trying to see what I was going to say. Yeah, I knew you want to see what I was going to say. So you trying to be slick, but I want up you real quick there. So no. Slot,
me, bro.
Yeah, Slot's going to be back at that team next year, and he's going to be on what I call the 6-month plan next year, or the 6-week plan rather. And it's funny we talk about this because I was telling Normsky today, this is something that I've taken away from this season. And these teams are going to have to start dealing with when you have a manager that's not working out, he needs to be removed immediately. Because you look at West Ham today, if they would have removed the manager immediately, they probably wouldn't be in the situation they're in. You look at Man United, if they would have got rid of their manager earlier instead of sitting there, going, they probably been in a completely different situation. And then now you're looking over at Slots over at Liverpool. So they're going to have to make a hard decision. Either A, they're going to bring this guy back, or they're going to need to move on. But what that tells me, Lee, that with Alonso going to Chelsea is, remember we talked about this about 3 weeks ago on here. And everybody's like, always do. Next season is going to be completely different than this season.
Mm-hmm.
Newcastle's going to be different. Villa's going to be different. The champ qualified yesterday, by the way, for Champions League. They're back. They're back. So the money, we know they're going to go. They can go attract players again. You know, some quality players. There's going to be a different landscape next season.
Mm-hmm.
And that Chelsea that we've seen this season, that won't be the same Chelsea we're going to see next year. He's going to be a completely different standard over there. It's not for this goofing off and all these kids running around and new kids in the hall stuff. All this
new kids on the block.
Yeah, new kids on the block.
Yeah.
Marking
the
fucking bike
next season.
Yeah, that's it. All that stuff is over. So I expect that that the Liverpool will discuss what's going to be going on here maybe next week. If they get rid of him, then lets me know that they say, okay, all right, the playtime is over. If they bring Slot back, they're gonna probably monitor him for a few games, and then we all know what's gonna happen if they drop the first couple of games. It's gonna be chaos over there. And you don't want what you don't want to do is be the team that's in transition next year. You don't want to be that team that's like what you're looking at Chelsea this year. You don't want to be that team this year, because if you wait too long, you'll find yourself on the outside looking in, because the league's going to be much faster next year. It's not going to be like it was this year. And I want people to understand this year was one of those weird years where it's at the top is strange, and then the middle and the back end of the table is strange because everybody's still fighting for Europe. Next year, you're going to have people that don't hit the ground running. I looked at United today, and I was thinking to myself, I looked at the guy, I said, well, they're about 3 pieces away from actually, causing a little trouble here. And then you look at City. City's 1 or 2 pieces from really, really turning it up a notch. And I was texting you yesterday, Lee, and I said, this is crazy. This is supposed to be a down year, and they've won 2 trophies.
Yeah.
Now wait till they get it together. Wait till they decide they want to actually put it, load up and get some extra players. It's going to be tough. And then we've got to go in the season, regardless of what happens in the next 2 games here. We've got to get ready for next season, because Kenny, we've got a lot that needs to be offloaded and a lot of players that need to be retooled. Because if you think we're going to walk back into this season next year with Jesus and Kai Havertz and these players and repeat what we did this year, no way, Jose. I'm more looking forward to the next couple of games and getting this out of the way to see what we're going to do over the summer, because we're going to have to take it up a notch next year. I want people to understand. I want us to win this title, but I also want us to become dominant. I want to be dominant. I want to be able to look at for teams to look at us and completely fear us the same way they fear everybody else, and to be able to build on that. We shouldn't just, we won it this year, we good. No. I want to make up for lost time, gentlemen, because they told us 20 years ago we were going to dominate world football. Well, now we got a chance to do it. Spend the money, load it up, let's go. That's where I'm at with it.
Absolutely.
What about you, DJ?
Yeah, I'm with what Matty. I've been saying to Matty for weeks and weeks. We've been discussing it. It's a big year for Arsenal. If we can get silverware this year, we can't just sort of blow our cheeks out and just say, right, okay, job done. We've got to capitalise on teams going through transition. We've got to capitalise on new managers coming in clubs. Alonso's going to come in at Chelsea. Things are going to be different there. It might take him a season or 2, but I do think that he'll get them youngsters and get that team playing, because they've got a lot of talent there. They just need the manager in place now to knit it all together, and I believe Alonso will do that, and I think he'll be given the time. Unlike other managers at Chelsea, I do think this guy will be given the time. As for Liverpool, big club settings, isn't it? Big club settings. It hasn't been good enough. They don't go and give him another 3 years. They act quickly. I'll be surprised if he actually sees the summer out, to be honest. I think they're looking already. I'll be very surprised if he's still there at the end of the summer. I don't think Gerrard will be the answer, although they'll want him there. I don't think he'll be the answer. But whoever they bring in, they'll be in transition. That might take them a season or so. So there's 2 big clubs now out the top 6 that are going to be new managers, transition. So that's something else we can capitalise on. I think the only scary ones that we've got to be concerned about is Man United and Man City next year. To be honest with you, I think Man United will 1 or 2. I think Carrick. I don't think people are giving Carrick the benefit of the doubt. I think they're labelling him already at the start of the season. He's going to find it harder because when he came in this season, he had nothing to lose really. He just had to get him as high up the league as he could, and he's done that and more some. But I think next year Man United will be a strong team. I think Man City will do even better. I think they'll make even more shrewd signings next year. They'll offload players off the wages. They'll sell players. They'll bring players in. They're going to be bigger next year. So we have got an opportunity next season with all of this going on with the other clubs to really shift out the players that have passed their sell-by date at this club. And I know I know the fans ain't going to like it, because if we do win the league, they're going to have a sort of soft spot for the players that won us the league, the first one in 22 years. Martinelli's, the Jesus's, the Havertz's. Oh, you can't get rid of them. Look, they've won us the league. Unfortunately, you got to be ruthless. And I've been saying it that you need at least 6-7 players gone from this club, and you need real quality coming in. You've got to be in a position when you have won the Premier League trophy as champions up against these sides that are rebuilding, new managers, new players and everything else. You've got to be in a position that when players are injured or out the team, you ain't missing them. You ain't missing them. We miss a player when he goes at right back in Declan Rice. You imagine him sitting on the bench for 10 matches. Right? So this is what I'm saying. You've got to be in a position to get players in the door so that when you've got players out injured, you're not missing them. As I said, we move a player to right back, we've got no midfield. That's a miss. That's what we need to rectify. We get Saka, who's not been pulling up many trees this season, although him on one leg is better than Noni Madueke on 2. Let's be honest, right? If he goes out injured again, we've got no one in that position. The left-hand side has been a toss of a coin up until recent weeks when Trossard has suddenly thought, hang on a minute, I should be playing like I did up until Christmas. And he woke up out of bed for the last couple of games. But you can't rely on them full-time going into next season. So the left-hand side needs to be addressed. And I'm going to say it, Gyökeres, brilliant, 19 goals, only 14 in the Premier League, 19 in all comps. We're going to need another striker. We're going to need an Alvarez or someone like that. Someone that's going to come in, they're going to push one another. And if Gyökeres goes off, you've still got quality on that field of play. We've got no fullbacks now. We've got no fullbacks, Lee. We've got no right back. Ben White's finished. Mosquera can't play right back. We've seen what he can do at right back. He's a centre half, and I think he'll be good in the future. But I don't think his position is right back. So we've got no cover for Timber, who's injury prone. And we haven't really got an out-and-out left back. So there's a lot of areas in this Arsenal team that need addressing next season if we're to capitalise on what we've built over the last few years. And if we win trophies, we need to build on that whilst these other teams are rebuilding. Because if we don't, we're going to be rebuilding and we're going to be falling behind like the rest of them. So it's going to be a big summer. It's going to be a big summer. But let's get the trophies in the door first this year, and then we can start thinking about next season. But be interesting to what Chelsea do. I think it's a good signing for them, Alonso. And I don't think their Liverpool manager will be there by the end of the season. Personally,
no, I agree. I don't think he'll be there by Christmas. He might not even start the season. Their fans are off on one. Kenny, what about you, mate? I'll get to the super chats in a minute, guys, as well. But it's up to everyone knocked in, just shy of 500 in here. But yeah, what about you, Kenny? What do you make of that?
Well, I joked when I heard that Alonso got a job. I said that I just imagine the Chelsea fans being really pleased about having an ex-Liverpool player as their manager. And I said, yeah, but it's nice to see that the bond is getting is stronger between you know, Liverpool and Chelsea fans. I think it's a bad PR move for Chelsea to get an ex-Liverpool manager in. Look what happened with Benitez. Although he won them the Europa League, they didn't want him because of his Liverpool connections. Now, Chelsea have just appointed a manager who was one of the Benitez's mainstays. Like Alonso won the European Cup with Benitez, won the FA Cup with Benitez, and all those big games between Liverpool and Chelsea, he was featured in them. Where Liverpool, there were times when Liverpool got the better, and sometimes Chelsea got the better. But he was prevalent during that rivalry between Liverpool and Chelsea. Liverpool were the established Premier, league team, Northern club. Traditionally, they're England's most successful club, and you've got these flash Londoners from Hammersmith, West London, with all their money trying to nick Gerrard. I mean, come on. Clearly, I'm not reading, like the Chelsea manual. They're not listening to their fans because Xavi Alonso will be the last manager they want because of Liverpool connections. And that's just another example of how Clearlake haven't got a clue. I mean, Ruud Gullit tells a story about when he went to a Chelsea game, someone from Clearlake asked him who he was and what he did and who did he play for. They didn't know that Ruud Gullit was a manager. And the same thing with Graham Souness when, someone from, the Fenway group didn't know he played for Liverpool. That's modern owners. I mean, you've got to do a bit of a research first. But in terms of slot, well, Liverpool got a massive decision to make in terms of whether they keep or not, because I think sentiment went out the window. You're hearing more and more Liverpool fans who are saying, no, they've had enough. I mean, I think they lost 20 games this season.
Yeah.
Liverpool normally don't lose that many games in 5 years under Klopp.
No.
20 games, I think they've lost this season.
I think it's 19, isn't it? But
19.
yeah.
I think it's a situation where it's untenable. They've only got to the Champions League because two teams were falling out of the top six. Spurs have been themselves. If you look at their situation last season, and don't get me started on Chelsea. They were the best team in the country, one of the best teams in Europe, and now this his position is untenable. But the problem is with Liverpool, like Arsenal, they don't like sacking managers. They like to give managers time, especially if they won big things. So it's a situation where he'll be kept. But if they're in a precarious situation by October, he's gone. He's got to October to sort himself out, or he's a goner. Chelsea, well, the plot thickens. Alonso it's interesting that he's a team manager and not the head coach, which means he clearly has been given assurances that he's going to have a say on their players. They're not going to go for this young players. He's going to want to be able to bring the experience. And he's also going to have assurances that if it goes pear-shaped, he's going to get all his dough and not be put on gardening leave to prevent him from getting another job. So that's a massive thing. In terms of Arsenal, well, that's a lesson. If you look at those two clubs, Chelsea and Liverpool, in the top six, that's what happens when you change the prospectus at Chelsea from Abramovich, win at all costs, get the best players available, to this experiment of, oh yeah, let's just keep our money and let's just get young players and maybe they can win things and then we can make a profit. This is what not to do. And you've got Liverpool, won everything under Klopp, won the league under Slot. All of a sudden, second season syndrome, not doing anything about the areas at the club which need improving. Probably keeping Mo Salah a season too many. Or, get a situation where there's a lot of injuries. He's having to play players like Wirtz and Ekitike more than he should. So if Arsenal don't, as the guys say, get, Jesus out the door, Martinelli and Trossard out the door, and Benjamin out the door, and don't try and add a bit of fine-tuning to the squad, this is what happens. the manager become who's a hero to many, i.e. the Arteta is going to be public enemy number one. Because that's what happens if you stand still in football. We saw it in Liverpool in the 90s. We saw it in Man United. People thinking that reputation would keep you at the top. We've done it with Wenger, where we thought our reputation would keep us at the top. We didn't do anything about Man City, buying the best players and our players and trying to be the best in the world. We didn't do anything about Chelsea. If we trot the ball now, regardless of whether we win things or not, then that'd be the biggest own goal. And we'll deserve to be called bottlers and we deserve to be laughed at because, trust me, we'll be a laughing stock if we go back to a team that just qualifies to the top four. But just if you don't think it's going to happen and you've forgotten about our history under Arsene Wenger, just look at those two clubs, two massive clubs that have won the European Cup more recently than we have. Well, we know won it. Chelsea, 2 European Cups, Liverpool, 6 European trophies, and they're nowhere near the top table. Just remember, lesson learned.
No, well said, Kenny. Well said. Absolutely spot on. Right, bless up to everyone locked in as well. Yeah, I think Chelsea are a weird team. Yeah, they ain't got the standards they had under Roman. Yeah, Liverpool, how their owners are keeping that guy when 99% of their fan base want him sacked is crazy. That's only a recipe for disaster. Yeah, not only that, the players that have helped make them successful, like their big names, the Salahs, the Van Dijks, so on and so forth. Yeah, even McAllister. Yeah, McAllister, he's been awful this season. Yeah, and I don't see them doing anything next season. Maybe I'm wrong. Who knows? Yeah, Chelsea, I'm not so sure that's going to work. I think he'll be gone within 6 months.
Really?
Yeah,
Wow.
I think he'll be gone in 6 months. Yeah, he's going to go into that club not having a Scooby how fucked it is. Yeah, and the thing is, he might be able to control the players better than he did at Madrid. Yeah, because obviously Madrid have got Mbappe, Vinny, and so on and so forth. Yeah, that Chelsea team is not that good. Yeah, Real Madrid have been shit all season, but they've still got a very good squad. They're just mad underperformed. Chelsea ain't got a good squad. Yeah, Chelsea literally have about 4 or 5 players that are actual top draw, and the rest of them are crap. So it depends what he gets in it, but we know they've got the money. However, they're going to have to sell a lot of players to balance the books because they're financially effed. They've sent way too much money out, but they've got a whole sheet of players that they can sell. So Garnacho to Arsenal, don't be shocked if that happens, by the way. Yeah, you guys can laugh, but Garnacho to Arsenal, we need a left winger, and we love a Chelsea scrub and a Man United scrub, and he's played for both.
Cucurella at left back.
He's actually not bad, but
I'd say Cucurella, yeah.
He's actually not bad, but yeah, LJ1 gets in. Fucking come on. But no, let's get these super chats, and we'll move on to the final yesterday. Because I can't lie, yeah, that was one of the worst finals I've ever watched. And I thought it was fucking awful. Matty, Chike, bless up Chike, bro. Matty, thoughts on the Cavs versus Pistons tonight?
Pistons closing it out tonight, man. Pistons closing it out. Game 7. Yeah. So
there you go. Also, who will be in the NBA Finals this year, Matt?
OKC and probably the Knicks, and OKC will win because it's OKC. Ain't nobody beating that team.
And team of the season in the EPL equals first team All Pro NFL and first All NBA.
Team of the season.
Team of the season is the team that wins it. I fucking argued with Rance for about an hour on this the other night.
Yeah, I hadn't even thought about the team of the season. I'm just
team
trying
of the season is the team that wins it.
Yeah,
pick any 11 out of that team.
It need to be us. We need to be winning.
Yeah, thanks. Big up board with this mutant form. Sack Nicky. 3 trophies, 2 years because he was second. We're now first. All right, that's hilarious. Yeah, come on, bless up for 21 months as well, bro. Appreciate that, man. But yeah, let me start with DJ because I know you ain't got long left, mate. I know you got.
Right, man.
Go. That cup final yesterday. Oh, by the way, Savio, that everyone's been mugging off all season, by the way, now has more trophies in England than Starboy. Just saying. So you can all hold that in my fucking chat. Yeah, slacking off my baller. But that was a boring final. I thought it lacked quality. Chelsea players were just rolling around on their asses. Yeah, they didn't look interested. And Man City, they were just in second gear, and even they were crap. It wasn't a good watch, but they know how to get over the line. And that is the difference when you have a quality manager that has got over the line and players that have got over the line. And the fact that they won that League Cup final, now the players all know they can get over the line together, then go on and win. We better fucking beat Burnley. We'll get to that later. But yeah. What did you make of that? What did you make of that final yesterday?
It ain't going to be it's not going to go down as a classic league, but a lot of the FA Cup finals are starting to look like that, to be honest with you. But yeah, I think Chelsea set the kind of tempo where City didn't really have to raise their game too much. It was just one of them, really. You just felt that if City could raise it up another level, they would have blown them away, but they didn't have to. Weren't a lot. It was just a FA Cup final to forget, other than the goal. And that's what they signed him for. Brilliant signing in January. And it proves to be that if you make the right signings in January, it can get you success. And Semenyo definitely got them the trophy. Lovely, lovely flick. And 2 trophies, 2 domestic trophies. And they've beaten 2 of the top 6. Arsenal, Carabao Cup final, light work. Again, second half, didn't really have to get out of second gear. Chelsea, FA Cup final, another of the supposed top 6 teams. Trophy won, didn't really have to get out of second gear. So it's 2 trophies, 2 domestics on a team where we were sitting on streams early in the season. Me, Matty, Kenny, Lee. Oh, Celtic of this, City of this, City of that. They're washed. They're nothing without Haaland. Defensively, they're this. In attack, they're this. They'd be lucky to finish in the top 4. They won't win nothing. And here they are, still pushing for that Premier League. And if you think that they've thrown the towel in that Premier League, any little slip up from Arsenal Football Club, and they're going to be right on it. They'll be watching that game with interest tomorrow. Trust me. Pep will be on that. Pep will be watching that game. The players will be watching that game. You know, and any little slip, any little chink in the armour of Arsenal tomorrow, if we just scrape it 1-0 or something like that, they'll be thinking, hang on a minute, they've got to go away to Palace. Palace played well today, first half. All right, they made a few changes in the second half, and Brentford suddenly realised, hang on a minute, we've got to qualify for Europe here and up the gas a little bit. But other than that, Palace should have been 3 or 4-0 up in that first half. They were playing some really good football. And that's a worry because we've got to go there last game of the season. Glasner's last game of the season. So we all saw what City done after they won the Carabao Cup. They upped their game. They went on a winning streak. They've just won the FA Cup. That's in the bag. And we've got to take care of things tomorrow. We've got to take care of things tomorrow night. And I know what everyone's thinking. It's only Burnley. They're crap. They're this. They're that. Well, let me take your mind back. Arsenal v Wolves at the Emirates. It took an own goal, 92nd minute, something like that. Kenny, can't remember now because I had my hands in me head in my fingers. But it took an own goal to get us over the line at that much, and that was when Wolves were on a bad run. Wolves came to the Emirates and everyone was brushing them to one side. So we've got a Burnley team coming to the Emirates tomorrow. They've got no pressure on them. They know their fate. They know they're relegated. They're preparing life in the Championship next season. Their players have got no pressure on them. They can play with freedom. And the great man Brian Clough said, sometimes when you're playing a team that's relegated, can suddenly feel like you're playing a team that's just won the league. It's a dangerous opposition. So if we take them with if we don't show them respect tomorrow night, City will be closing in. Trust me. But yeah, wasn't a brilliant FA Cup final. But Matty, that signing in January, mate, that Semenyo signing, I don't know about you, brother, but there was a lot of eyes raised. You know, there was a lot of people saying, oh, I don't want him at Arsenal. I don't want him at Arsenal. But he has turned out to be some signing, Lee, isn't he? Semenyo. And quality goal yesterday won it. And yeah, what can you say? 2 domestic cups and they're still in with a chance of a Premier League.
Yeah, well said. I was listening. I don't rate Semenyo, but his goal was quality. I just think he's crap. I can't lie. Same with Doku. Yeah, but when it matters, when it's really mattering, them two are coming up clutch right now. But what about you guys?
I mean, I personally thought the game was lackluster, but I was looking at it from the lens of we should have been in the FA Cup. We should have been in one of those finals. That's the way I was looking at the game yesterday.
Yeah, true.
And I was really pissed in there watching, watching that. I was just thinking to myself, we should have been here trying to get a domestic double here, trouble or something, But you watch that game, and I was telling Normsky earlier before we went live here. I was telling him, I said, my biggest concern about that is that, that'll galvanize them even more. Because we saw what happened after they won the Carabao Cup, and then you win the FA Cup, and then win is beneath their wings per se. And so, I mean, you have to start asking questions like, well, how is this team supposed to be in transition, rebuilding, and then they're still finding ways to win trophies, and then we spend $1 billion. And we're hanging on we hanging on here to try to get 2 wins there. Because see, I told you, Lee, after the game went off, I said, Lee, if we don't win this trophy, there has to be some serious questions asked. There has to be some serious questions. If we do not, now, do I think we'll win tomorrow?
There will
tomorrow?
be.
I think we'll
why
win
did you go back to England and do a madness on Arteta, bro? They'll be going jail.
Yeah. Do I think we'll win tomorrow? Yeah, I think we'll win tomorrow. But the thing is, if we do not, and see, that's the question that nobody wants to face, because this team has already done something already. City's won 2 trophies. 2. And when they was in that slide, nobody would have thought they'd won 2 trophies, but somewhere or another they find themselves winning 2 trophies. And it was just I watched bits and pieces of it. I saw the Semenyo goal when it went in. And I shut it down after that. I was just like, yeah, this is over. This is done.
Savio.
Yeah. Yeah, I saw that. I mean, I did. Excuse me. I did see the Savio goal too. And Chelsea just looked like old tepid Chelsea. They huffed and puffed, but that was about it. You really wouldn't get much out of Chelsea. Chelsea is who I thought Chelsea was. So, Now, another thing that came out of that game yesterday, Lee, panel, they're level with us on trophies now. Nobody wants to talk about it. I didn't hear anybody talk about it yesterday. Not one person, not one talk ago. Nobody said anything. I looked at them, not nothing. 0, zilch. Yeah, one person in one of my groups say something about it. That was it. And you know what they said after they put it in the group? He better win something this year. Because now, either way it goes, they're going to be right in and around. We wasted time here. That's what I told the guys in the group. I said, look, we wasted time. How is it they come into the money, 15 years ago, y'all? 10, 15 years ago? 2009, 10, whatever it was. And then they've come straight level.
He's won 20 trophies, Pep.
Yeah, I mean, it take half a century sometimes to catch some of these teams like that. They come just that quick. I know somebody's gonna come out. They've got oil money. They've got Texaco. They've got BP. They've got all the they've got oil money.
Shell.
They've gone through the Strait of Hormuz. This is what they've done. That's what they'll say. And this team finds a way. They find a way to just keep winning. I told somebody yesterday, I said, this team makes me sick. I'm talking City. Because they find ways. They just find ways. That's what happens when you create a culture of winning. You find ways to win when it doesn't even look like you're supposed to do anything. And that's what they did yesterday. Another damn trophy. I'm so sick of looking at City and FA Cups and all this stuff. I mean, every year.
They've been to 4 finals in a row in the cup.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Get this. Gay was in a final last year and won, and he was in a final this year and won.
All he done was swap shirts,
Just
man.
swap shirts. Exactly what he did, Jamie.
All he done was took the Palace shirt from
Yeah.
he took the City shirt off of them last year and said, "I'll wear that next year and win it."
You know what? Y'all know what this reminds me of. Y'all will understand this. This is why I love when I'm on with y'all, because y'all understand when I say this. This is like watching Manchester United when they were winning all the damn time. This is like you get sick of it. It's like every time you look up in the end of the year, City, there's a trophy for them. And then we're sitting there looking. Like we have to keep watching this. This is why I said this year. This is why I told Norski earlier. I said I have been a ball of emotions the last week because we've got to win this trophy. We've got to win this trophy. We got to win something this year, y'all. Because if we don't win something this year, I'm probably gonna go crazy.
Oh man, I don't know what
I can't take this anymore. You get United. Oh, they go down the toilet. Here comes City. Now City's doing the same thing they did.
Chelsea before that.
And Chelsea, excuse me.
When's our turn?
Before that, yeah, exactly. Liverpool. We used to laugh at Liverpool. Now Liverpool, 20 years. Then they come back and start winning everything.
Yeah, Liverpool back in the day, they were the ones dominating.
Yeah,
it was Man United. Then it was Chelsea. Then it was Man City. When the fuck is our turn?
We can't blow this, surely.
We got to win. We got to win something, y'all. I'm telling y'all, we have to win something. Chat, I'm telling you all, we have to win something this year.
I'm a bag of nerves. I don't know what's wrong with me.
Having coffee, a load of sugar in it.
Yeah. I watched that yesterday, and I'm just so sick of watching. And I was sick even with Chelsea in it. I said, how is Chelsea sitting in this? That's all. I watched that game. I just turned flat. How did Chelsea end up in this final
with Dan Potts as manager?
With Dan Potts in the 12th man.
Southampton, we got knocked out by, mate.
Yes.
We had the easiest route to the FA Cup in years.
And we had everything.
Chelsea v Man City when we could have got our own back against City yesterday.
It's annoying, isn't it? It is annoying.
It's really annoying.
Because it's like them two teams, they just know how to win. Yeah, I know Chelsea ain't going to win nothing this season, but look at last season.
Lee, it's culture.
They're rubbish. They're shit. Chelsea are crap. Big up Numsky, bro. Big up. They are absolutely trash, Chelsea. And they still got to the final. Yeah, okay, cool. They had some chances, nothing major. Man City were just cruising. Like, they didn't even try. Yeah, but the game was shit anyway. Yeah, but the right team won. Yeah, they put the ball in the net. Yeah, and the goal was sick. Shit defending. Yeah, 80 million quid for that centre back, and you can't defend. No fucking do me a favour. They're all nicking the living. I was sat in the bar watching it. Yeah, because I thought I haven't watched an FA Cup final for years. Yeah, without streaming. And I was going to do the final. Lauren was texting me, going, "Do the final, you mutant." That's what she put. Do the final. I said, "No, I can't be asked." So I went to the pub. I'm sat there, and there's a Norwegian lad in there, older guy, a Bodo Glimt fan. Yeah, he loves Odegaard. Yeah, I said, "You come collect your fucking countryman, brother, and take him home, innit? Fucking, we don't want him anymore." Yeah, and I'm sat there. I said, "These players are nicking £100 a week, and look at the state of the quality of an FA Cup final." It was embarrassing. Yeah, but that's the quality of English football right now. Embarrassing. Kenny, what did you make of it? Yeah, I know you love the FA Cup as well, man. Like, it's not like it used to be, is it?
Well, yeah, because simple reason is that we've promoted the arse of the Champions League. We promoted the arse of the Premiership. I mean, let's face it, the way that the FA just caved into the Premiership's demands to have to move their final a week before the normal date, because the Premier League wanted to be the big stars. They wanted their situation. Oh, big 6-pointer for relegation, big 6-pointer for Europe, big 6-pointer for the, who's going to win the title. And I thought that was we stopped all that in around probably 20 years ago, that we stopped this nonsense. But alas, we've come back to it now. The Premier League get their own way. And I think what it is that it's people from all the four corners who've been educated to believe that the FA Cup means nothing, that the Champions League's the be-all and everything, and the Premier League's the be-all and everything. But if you think about, like the FA Cup, you've got to remember one thing. All of us were glued to the last game between Celtic and Hearts. It was
Apart from me.
well, yeah, of course, yeah. I don't know what you were doing, but
Hello,
genuinely, I was surprised to get a call from everyone. I was thinking, oh, Matt, you're watching it as well. But bro, you're watching it as well. Albert, everyone was contacting me. And I was in a WhatsApp groups, they're talking about the game. And I think when you've got a situation where for the first time in probably 40 years, there could be a situation where it's someone other than Celtic Rangers will win the league. So we're all going to that TV, and the game had drama. It had genuine drama. We had a great time watching it, and then you get the FA Cup final. But when you see Chelsea's team sheet, and you see a situation where you got he's not starting Neto. That game was all about stopping Man City from playing.
Mm-hmm.
The way they put two men at Doku. Cole Palmer was basically helping out Malagusto with Doku. So Cole Palmer, they're a most creative player, and I use that term loosely. Had to do a defensive job. Their finishing was terrible. I mean, Pedro, he is what he is. He's not a striker. He's a number 10. And you look at Man City. Man City was struggling to break him down. So is there any wonder the game wasn't going to be great? But the thing with FA Cup finals, I think what it is that once a team in the top 6 gets into FA Cup final, because 9 out of 10 times they're not going to win the league, or they haven't won the league. This is the be all end of everything. Winning the FA Cup or League Cup has kept managers in jobs, especially managers in the top 6. You for all those people say, oh, it's only a League Cup, oh, it's only a FA Cup. Tell me a team that outside the top 6 has won it. Tell me, because everyone thinks Newcastle's a big team now.
Leicester and Newcastle. Newcastle won the league.
All right, Leicester won the FA Cup.
Leicester won the FA Cup.
Leicester in 2021. Apart from Leicester, tell me when a team, a big name side, hasn't won the FA Cup. And then you look at the League Cup. The last team that won the team outside a big 6 to win the League Cup. There's only 2 teams I remember that have won the. Yeah, Palace, of course. Palace and Leicester. But apart from that,
that's it.
and you go in the League Cup, apart from Swansea and Birmingham City, it's always the same big teams winning it. So what happens is that 9 out of 10 times, with the exception of Man City and maybe Liverpool, all those teams that get those finals, it keeps the manager in a job. So you're not going to see great football. And plus, another thing with the FA Cup, if you think about the actual matches, they haven't been classics. But the occasion has been a classic. The build-up where the whole country stops for the cup final. We forget that sometimes the matches ain't great. 1980 weren't great. 93, Sheffield Wednesday and Arsenal weren't great. But it's the occasion, and I think that's what it is.
No, well said. No, I hear it, man. No, I hear it. And it is what it is, man. It is what it is. Yeah, Matty, I'm looking for that game now. I'm trying to find a link for it because for no apparent reason, Design Spanier have not got the final Barcelona game on. Fucking for no apparent reason.
Wow.
BJ, I know you need to bounce as well, yeah?
Yeah.
Bless up for coming on the channel. Always love.
No, always a pleasure, man. Always a pleasure.
I know it was short notice as well to do it on a Sunday. Yeah, because I thought I actually texted the group chat the other day. Yeah, because I was talking with Rance about maybe changing the day with that show. But what you got coming up, man?
No, always a pleasure. Well, I'm going live at 9:30, which is my usual Sunday sit back show, and I'm only 9 away from 3K. So come on.
Oh, come on, that needs to be done right away. By the way,
there's 9 away from 3K. So I'm doing my Sunday sit back show. We're going to go over the weekend's football, and we're going to be looking ahead at Burnley, and obviously talk everything Arsenal and the relegation, what it means for West Ham and Spurs now. So, yeah, just a nice little Sunday sit back, as always, on a Sunday, which is nice. And, yeah, big up to everyone in the chat. Kenny and Matty, always a pleasure. Sorry I've got to go, Lee. I'm really...
No. Listen, it was short notice. It was short notice.
I love the show. This is always my favourite, Monday night. Normally a Monday night, isn't it? But, yeah, it's always my favourite show. And I'll be at Burnley tomorrow, which is...
Give us your quick thoughts on Burnley. Give us your quick thoughts. Give us your score prediction.
I think we'll win it. I think we'll win it 2-0. I don't think it's going to be a blockbuster. I don't think we'll blow them away. I don't think it'll be 3s and 4s and 5s. I think we'll comfortably win 2-0. That's what I'm hoping. I don't think it'll be comfortable, to be honest. I think there'll be some twists and turns. But I think we'll win 2-0. I think City will get the job done against Bournemouth just because Bournemouth are no mugs. And then it's all down to that last game of the season. I think it all goes down to the last game of the season. That's the one that we'll all be watching. It could be a Aguero moment, but I'm hoping it's a Gyökeres moment. But yeah, so I'm looking forward to tomorrow night because be the last home game of the season.
Yeah,
I don't think I'm going to stand around to. Well, I'll have to listen to his waffle a little bit because I want to try and record what he actually says.
Don't demand much more, guys.
Yeah,
You must demand much more. Yeah, you better fucking win it.
Yeah, you just go and win it. Stop the talk. Stop all the crap on the. Yeah, and I don't want tifos and rockets and fireworks and all that tomorrow. It's Burnley. Just concentrate on the game. Just go and concentrate on the game. Come out the tunnel. Hit them in the first 10 minutes, 20 minutes. I don't want all this nonsense, fireworks and tifos and all that crap. It's Burnley at home. It's a league game. Get the job done. Just concentrate on the football, not all the PR and all that goes with it. I'm like Kenny. I'm old school. I just don't want all that crap, you know. But yeah, I shall see Kenny tomorrow, hopefully, and I'll see some of you later on tonight on the Sunday sit back. Thanks a lot, Lee.
Bless up, man. Have a nice evening, and yeah, man, we'll catch up. We'll catch up next Monday, not Monday coming, the Monday after, and hopefully,
we'll have big ears.
It'll be a bash. It needs to be a bash.
If we win the league, man, I swear. So there, enjoy it, man. Have a good evening, and we'll see you soon. Take care.
Big up, people. Big up.
Take care.
See you tomorrow.
Yep, see you tomorrow, Kenny. Bless, Matty. Love, man.
Take care. Always good to see you, JB.
Bye.
Yeah, take care, man. All right, big up to Vegas Gunner as well. Livramento and Arteta have the same agent. Right, listen, I like Livramento. I think he's a good player. But I don't know. Mikel Arteta don't really do what we're. This one we're here 6 years later. We'll pray him that we can beat Burnley. The league should have all been wrapped up, but here's what it is. It could be wrapped up, and hopefully, yeah, this time. Well, not this time. Well, actually, yeah, it will be this time next week. Yeah, we'll be sitting here as champions. That'd be mad. It'd actually be crazy. Yeah, like. It took all this time, all this money, all the bullshit, all the fucking lies, the cheating, the stealing, all the PR, everything, And next Sunday at this time, we could actually be Premier League champions for the first time in 22 years.
22 years, can you believe it?
Long. Imagine sitting at Highbury 22 years ago and saying, "No, we won't win it for the next 2 decades and a bit."
Well, that's where a lot of people like myself. Well, I can only myself. I took it for granted, you know.
We all did.
And that's the thing. But let's be honest. It was neglectful of us because let's face it. Did we really think that when Abramovich first, joined Chelsea? Because in the season, he actually joined the season of the Invincibles.
Yeah,
and he was buying players like Crespo, Mutu. He was spending Joey Cole. Glenn Johnson, he was spent, Jeremy Makelele. He was spending money, and he was basically giving the old transfer fees. So it wasn't as if they were paying installments. I mean, the clues were there. We thought, don't worry, money doesn't buy you everything. But he was buying world-class players. So I should have seen it coming because, it was right under our nose. It was only the second season when. Chelsea went 5 points ahead of us by December. They went, oh dear, oh dear. That's when the penny dropped, and I regretted. I was angry. We just won the Invincibles, and I was at the parade, but I'm thinking, right, next, let's go in the Champions League. Or I was moaning about, we didn't win the FA Cup. We got to a League Cup semi-final, FA Cup semi-final, and we should have won 4 trophies. And I was thinking, next season, let's make sure we do it again. I didn't realise that the season afterwards, Chelsea will pull away from us. So you're right, we have to celebrate, we have to enjoy it. And as I say in every podcast, get your phones out, get your cameras out, get your memories in, because English football is so treacherous, and Arsenal's history is so, how to say it,
Wobbly,
wobbly, bipolar,
dibbly-dobbly.
yeah. That perhaps, just enjoy it. When was the last time Arsenal got to the Champions League final? Enjoy that as well.
21 years.
I mean, 21 years.
20 years. 20 years ago, yeah.
I say to we Arsenal fans, from the time you wake up, regardless of whether you're in the UK or in Budapest or wherever you are in the world, if you wake up first thing in the morning, just forget it, enjoy the whole day. Enjoy the whole day, have your mates over or go to a pub if that's what you want to do, but just make it the whole day, because, it's not often we get a Champions League final. And if the result goes against us, yes, of course, kick the cat. Of course, break the windows. Of course, have a go at your Chelsea mates and your Spurs mates giving you stick. Do what you have to do, but make a day of it, because, as I said before, it doesn't happen, and it may not happen for another 20 years.
Well, it better fucking happen before another 20 years, can it?
Right.
I swear.
That's what we were talking about earlier in the show. We were talking about standards, and if there was 2 examples of 2 clubs that have let their standards go because people think they're clever. They're trying to do something different to get the same results, when really and truly they complicate things. Arsenal, we don't really complicate things. We just don't compete. Hopefully it's changed now.
Yeah, I'm with you, Kenny. It's, I tell any of our younger fans that's watching, man, enjoy it, soak it in, because you just don't know. You look, people that were there when we won titles and stuff, they've gone on, people like Claude, Chig, you just don't know if you'll ever see another one. And you're right. We were straight spoiled. I got you, Lee. I got you. Do me a favor, Lee. Put I'm gonna open up the what you call it. You can watch it. I just put it in the StreamYard in our other.
I sent you a StreamYard link. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll put it in there.
Yeah. Sweet.
But you look at what we were when we won. When we won, it was like, oh well, yeah, we'll be back. We'll be good. It's like you said. You look up. Next thing you know, Chelsea they win 1, win 2. Then next thing you know, all these, like you said, world class players. You sitting there looking like, wait a minute now. And then you're like, okay, well, Wenger, we need to go buy some world class players. Oh, well, we don't have any money. We just no money to spend. We no money to spend. And then next thing you know, you're losing ground. Meanwhile, Manchester United still hanging around.
Yeah.
And then City shows up and take our players. So okay, well, we'll take this player. We'll take him. And you fall by the wayside. That's why a lot of what's going to happen, Kenny, Lee. If we do have this taste of glory next weekend, and I said this earlier this year to JB, I hate he left. I said it to him earlier this year. I said, JB, what's going to happen is these younger fan bases going to get a taste of glory. And they're going to want another taste of it again.
Yep.
And then they'll see why we are the way we are about wanting to win trophies and be successful.
Yeah, because a lot of them have never seen us win the league.
It becomes
we've seen it. We've seen us win 5 before this one if we win it.
Yep. Becomes addictive.
Yeah, and it does. And the thing is, the standards then get dragged off the floor because a lot of these fans that ain't seen it are just happy just competing and just being nearly good. Yeah, whereas we've actually seen it. So we're like, no, mate. We want more of that.
But that's a good thing. That's a good thing, because if you look at the 8, if you look at the sort of like how do I say it? Formula One club, Bayern Munich. There's no such thing as transition. Real Madrid. Look at the kerfuffle with Real Madrid. With managers. Look at the kerfuffle they had with Barca. Barca is skin, but that's not. Their fans ain't having them not winning the La Liga. They're skint. They can't even have to play. They have to deregister players because of FFP.
No, it helped when
And they-
Lewandowski finishes this game. They get 650 grand off the wage bill.
Yeah, and they still like they win the league. And I think that's the thing. All I've got to do, if I wanted to gauge younger fans' opinions, I just have to go on TikTok. The amount of Chelsea fans, young lads, going absolutely apoplectic with rage because they have seen Chelsea win 2 Champions League finals. They have seen Chelsea get to a Champions League final. They've seen Chelsea win all these trophies, but it's come to the notice they haven't won a domestic trophy for 8 years. It's come to the notice that they've had 7 finals and they haven't won any. They're not happy because a lot of people who, you call work, but I just call them sports. They say, it's out. You can't win every year.
You're so entitled.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I say to them, well, if you're a football fan and you want the club to do well, you support a big club. If you support the club that way, then you really should be supporting Arsenal, Chelsea, or any of the big clubs. Because guess what? You're not a proper football fan if you don't feel defeat. Of course, there's more important things in life. But let me tell you something now. I'm not going to go into it, but I still care about Arsenal, and I've had other things in my life. So don't assume that you can speak with someone who's had bad things happen to them and assume that they can't still love Arsenal and want them to do well. Unless you've been in their shoes, you'll understand that if you've been in that situation, things have happened to you, the sun still shines, the clock still ticks. And if someone pinches you, you still go out. And if you're happy, you're still going to smile. And if someone tells you you're still going to laugh. So don't try and make yourself feel better by going on like you can speak for people. There is more important things in life, but let me tell you something. Enjoying football, wanting your team to win, is part of life as well. You're not disqualified for life because something bad's happened to you, or you assume that they ain't going to want to enjoy themselves. Mate, you don't know the half of it.
No, facts. Mate, that's crashed, by the way.
It's crashed on us, man.
Yeah. Oh, it's back. It's back. Big up to everyone locked in, man. All right, make sure you're smashing these likes up as well and subbing to the lads here. Make sure you follow Kenny Ken's Instagram, Kenny Ken 1972. Make sure you follow Matty Southern Guna and DJ B Arsenal Huddle. This is worrying. I don't know where that's come from, Bostak. Yeah, he would love. Wilshere has spoken to Arteta about taking a few players on loan. Yeah, Wilshere has said he would love to take Max Dowman. Oh my days, bro. Swear down. Don't do that. Whoever wrote that article, please make that a lie. Please, it's a lie. It's a lie. Yeah, we can't have that. I'm not believing that. No. I refuse to believe Max Dowman's going out on loan to Norwich, bruv. No, it's at Luton. Sorry, my bad. No. He can't go anywhere. He's staying at Arsenal, and he should be our first choice right winger next season.
That's not going to happen, Lee. That's not going to happen, Lee. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. I think the thing about it is that the loan system used to be really worked well for a lot of good players, not just for Arsenal. It worked well for Jackie Wilshere when he went to when he went to Bolton, and I think it worked well for Max because he kind of, if Arsenal want to be in a situation where they want to dominate a league and be the club that they should be, you can't. There's no time for Max to learn on the job. So I do think that it's not going to happen anyway. But a loan move to an English side where he'd be toughened up, because let's face it, we've seen a lot of situations where Arsenal players have gone to clubs and they're soft because the facilities are exemplary. The football is beautiful to watch. The education they get is brilliant. They don't know how to slum it. They don't know. They haven't been in a dressing room where someone's left too much bog roll in the toilets, or the showers, instead of like being power showers, they're just like little flicks, and you probably get one lane of water. I think it'll be good for Max to learn something. And he has to play regular football as well, not be on the bench. not be a situation where a manager's still going to see him as a risk, because again, he's going to be 17. Is he unique? Is he at that level of a Yamal where he has to play? That he's on Lamar's level. If he is, then fair play. But if he isn't,
he's class.
he
He's
needs to
class,
learn his trade. That's the thing.
Yeah, but don't be putting him. No, Kenny. He has to play, man. Yeah, he
he
has to play for Arsenal.
He has to. Yeah, but he has to play football. But you and I know that Mikel Arteta is going to be right. I'm going to give Madueke another season to see if he improves. He's not going to sell him, and he's going to want back. He's going to hope Saka comes back with his best. That's the problem we got. We haven't got a manager like Sir Alex Ferguson, who gave Lee Sharp his debut at 17 and made him a mainstay as a teenager, or made Ryan Giggs a mainstay as a teenager and had that young team. We got Mikel Arteta.
Yeah, you know what, Lee? Do you think that there's a 80% chance he's going to start 80% of the games next year?
Nope.
Kenny, we talked about this a couple of months back. Well, you know what that means? It's time to loan him out.
But if you loan him out, and then what will happen is somebody will go and buy him for about 60 million quid. Yeah, and this club are dumb enough to take it. Yeah, he needs to play for us. Is he better than Madueke? Yes. So on that premise, he gets a game then. Yeah, ship Madueke out. That's who should be going out. Yeah.
Yeah, but that makes the most sense. But we know this is Arsenal we're talking about here. So
we do everything.
And they'll re-up him for that add extra 2 years on his deal.
Yeah, they probably would. They'll give him a pay rise and keep him.
Yeah, but when a player goes out and loan, ultimately they're going there to play, but they're going there to learn about being a footballer. Now, you could be the trouble is when you're at a big club, the problem is that if we had Pep Guardiola, of course he won't start many games, but he'll be Pep Guardiola won't say, look what he did for Foden. Another manager sends Foden out on loan. But what he's done at 18, the 2018, he kept him within the first team, gave him a few games. They're going to win the league anyway. And then by the next season, he was knocking the door for the first team. The season after that, he's in a team.
Yeah, that's what a good coach does. And let's be real, yeah. Mikel Arteta has been the assistant for Man City. So we should know that. And he does know that. Yeah. So if that's still, and I've just seen the clip of Jack Wilshere saying it. Yeah. If we loan Max Dowman out, I am going to be raging. I don't want him loaned out. He's better than most of our he's better than all of our wingers. Yeah, let's just be real with it. He's better than all of them. Yeah, he's the most technically gifted footballer we have at the club. Yeah, and he's got a bit of pace. Yeah, he can go past the players, technically secure left and right foot. He ain't predictable. Yeah, okay, cool. You have to nurture him and I thought that was in.
Yeah,
you have to I mean, you should have scored. You have to nurture him and take him out the team. He's playing well for 2-3 games. Yeah. Mate, did you just see the shirt?
Yeah.
Bellerin.
Would he qualify for a medal? He
qualifies, yeah.
Yeah, because he's played the qualified games. He's in.
Well, he's definitely going to get a medal of some sort.
He's made 5 appearances and he's made 3 in the Champions League.
Yeah, well,
so he gets a medal for both.
But he's part of the squad. He's part of the provisional squad. So all the 23 players in that Champions League squad are getting medals. Let's hope it's a gold.
But then they give you a few extras as well.
I think
they give you 40 in total.
What if Seth say he wanted to come to Como?
He wanted to come to Arsenal, Francesc Fabregas.
No, what if he wanted to get Max to come to Como?
Kenny will fly to Como and do a madness.
Well, you know what? The thing with Francesc Fabregas, as a foot, remember Francesc Fabregas and the truth is not a very good relationship. This is a different show, but I've even got more evidence of Cesc Fabregas's duplicity, especially when he was at Arsenal and his behaviour. So Francesc Fabregas, is not a man of great honour, and the truth in him is like in different continents. But he's talking a good game about football, and he wants to play. But the problem is the Italian league is a slower league, and it's not good preparation for the intensity of the Premiership. Like Going to Luton probably isn't probably that. But the thing is that the mentality of how we play in England, I think. I mean, some Bournemouth fans just put something in their chat. Go to Bournemouth now. Everyone knows how well the football Bournemouth play, and they're probably going to play the same football when the new manager comes. I think who's the new manager? Is it a German manager? Marcus
Marco Rose.
Michael Rose. So Russia. So you assume that the only reason why he's got the job because he's agreed to try and get the team to play in that attractive way. So Jack went there, or because obviously to get him fit from because he was injured, and I think Max will like it there. But the thing about it is that unless he's going to play, then I'll send him alone. If he's not going to play, then it's a let's just say it takes the proverbials, because look at what Leeds did with Nketiah about nearly 7 years ago.
That was a horrible.
Yeah, look at the situation where other players have gone on loan, where it just hasn't worked out because they're too indoctrinated by everything at Arsenal. Nice kit, everything done for them, nice little salary, everything done for them and their parents, nice facilities, running showers, their own Senex, everything there. And they go to other clubs, and they probably got to wash their own kit, and the bog rolls still in the toilet a year later. But that is football. That is football. That is gross. That is
No, you're right. Any grassroots football? You're right. That's grassroots football. Yeah.
No, it's true. It's true. Como, I'm just looking at the table right now. If they win their last game, and Roma don't, they qualify for the Champions League.
Yeah, they've already qualified for Europe.
Is it the Rome? Is it the Rome derby, Lazio versus Roma?
Yeah, it is. I think it's the last game.
Roma won 2-0.
Yeah,
was that today? Was that today?
Yeah, it was today 2-0. Yeah.
Okay, I thought it was.
That was early kickoff. That was like after 11 UK. But yeah, Como could qualify for Champions League. Yeah, and the team they play are currently 18th. They won the up though. That team. The team they play are currently 18th.
You know what? If Como get the Champions League, Francesc Fabregas will never stop talking about how his philosophy works. Trust me. We want to hear with Francesc Fabregas.
Never stop hating on him, man. As soon as I drop the little bomb.
If you saw how he treated our club and how he's enduring the move to Barcelona,
I'll go and bathroom.
Accidentally on purpose, his mates try to put a Barcelona shirt on him after they won the World Cup. Come on. I always say that if you use Arsenal Football Club as a foot mat, then I have a problem with the player. You've got a problem with the manager. Yeah, take out the manager, take out your teammates, but not the club.
Yeah, I understand. I understand where you're
You know
coming
what I mean?
from. Yeah, I think Max. I know we differ in this with Lee, but I think a loan would benefit Max next year if he's not going to get optimal playing time. And at that age, I've told you this personally. I've told you, I said, 17, 18, 16, those are critical years for a footballer. That's when you need to be kind of locking it in. You need to be tightening up on a few things. He's got a little bit of a shooting problem he needs to work on. You only get that kind of stuff worked on with time, and just sitting on the bench and coming on in bit parts.
How old was Saliba when he joined us, Matty? Because remember when we bought Saliba for Saint Etienne? Remember
Saliba was what?
Saliba and Fofana played together at Saint Etienne, isn't it?
Yeah. I'm trying to think because we
Saliba
got some.
was seen as like the Mbappe of defenders.
Chat, how old was Saliba? Chat. Somebody in the chat will know exactly when. I would say like 20, early.
Remember, he was on an eternal loan, and then because Mikel didn't think he was around. I don't know whether it was because of football injuries or he had personal problems. I know he also
his
had
brother passed away. I think his mom passed away.
Yeah, so he had personal problems. So it was a combination of personal problems and maybe not ready. Whilst
19. Somebody in the chat.
Yeah.
Somebody in the chat. He was 18.
18 we bought him. Yeah.
No. He can't be that. No. It was not the year. What? Not the year. What was his age when he joined?
Yeah, because he was like he sees the Mbappe of defenders, and I know like he had personal problems. Whilst Jack, two parents. Well, if you don't mind me saying so, he's got two parents there. He comes from a family setup where they're comfortable. There's no kind of situation where they're comfortable. Their wealth. He comes from a very middle class family in Essex, and he comes from a stable environment.
He was
So
18.
maybe,
He was 18.
so you maybe Jack, it's easy to get Jack in the team, a lot earlier. But I do think will let Mick Arteta promote a 17-year-old? All I'm trying to say is Jack Wilshere on level of Yamin Lamau in terms of footballing ability, and I don't mean ability. I mean it's a situation where he's a man on the football field. That's because to get in the.
You mean Max? You mean Max Diamond?
Max, yeah. So the thing is, Yamal, when he played in the Euros 2 years ago, he was a man. He was 16, wasn't he? He was a man.
I think, and I had to preface this because I know somebody's going, y'all gonna put him up there with Lamine. I think Max is a good player. I think Max is a very good player for his age. But there's a certain bit of gloss that you have with a player with like Lamine. When you look at the two, Lamine has a gloss that, it's just, he's ready to roll. He's ready to go. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. And I think Max is just about almost there, but I just think a year, maybe somewhere where he's getting a lot of time can work out the problems that are there. I just don't think him under this manager. I don't think Mikel is the type of manager. I've always said Mikel is the type of manager. He does not understand how to develop a player because he's never had to do it. He's never really done it because that's this is his first job. So having to develop a player is not his strong suit. If he can come in and get, he's more of a disciplinarian that can kind of
he's by players that
that's already ready to go.
Or they're ready made.
Yeah.
They're not really the first mainstay in the team. But he reckons he can change their position and will pay you a fuck ton more money. So now you're coming.
Yeah.
Sorry to interrupt.
But the thing is as well. Sorry, Kenny. 1 sec here. Sorry. Somebody in the chat said, Max Diamond can't shoot. Neither could Lamine Yamal, mate. He couldn't. And now, every time he gets the ball, they are shit scared of him. And that's because he has a quality manager. Yeah. Sorry, Matt. Sorry, Kenny.
Yeah. This is to do with Arsenal, but I believe a podcast should also be an information channel. So this is what Arsenal confirmed. This is for Arsenal fans. Any of you guys going to the game? Arsenal confirmed, because I know it's at 8 o'clock. I know you guys got work the next day and you need to get back home. Some of you are going to be going to the motorway, going to all the corners of the UK, especially our part of the UK, England. So Arsenal said they confirmed that it'd be very quick transition into the post-match lap of appreciation. So the players are not going to be, going into the dressing room and come out with their kids. What's going to happen is that as soon as the match ends, what the club is saying is that the players will stay on the pitch, but the manager and the captain, so Martin Odegaard and Arteta, will address the.
You mean Declan?
Declan, Gabby.
You mean Declan's going to address the crowd?
It'd be Odegaard and Arteta, but it's highly likely it's only going to be Arteta. And so, if the game finishes at 10 o'clock, they're going to stay on the pitch. It's going to be a situation where they will want everything to be done by about 10:15, because obviously. Trains and everything. So Arsenal fans out there, it's not going to be like Sunday where it's going to be another half an hour, maybe 40 minutes. It's going to be a quick transition. So if you are going to the game, don't rush off because it's going to be a quick transition.
Well, they've told you more about that than the Champions League final, that's for sure.
Yeah.
The amount of people that have no idea whether they can get a fucking ticket or not is ridiculous. Yeah, pathetic. Yeah, and I say something. I don't know if it's true. Yeah, I don't know if you guys know more than I do about this here, because when I'm not streaming, I don't even fucking look at football news. I didn't even know Man City were playing the other night. Yeah, I'm not interested. It's like I'm streaming. I want to talk with you guys. I'll do the show with rants. I watch football. I want to chat with the chat. That's it. Other than that, I'm not sitting there scrolling all day. Yeah. Well, I do have time. I just don't want to be on my phone all day. It's like work for me. So
don't worry, you got us though. You got us. We'll do it for you.
Yeah. You guys send me links every now and again. It's class. Yeah. But what's the what was I going to ask? See, I fucking lost my full process now.
the situation with Champions League final tickets?
Well, I'm just about to watch Rafinha take a free kick.
And it's
Kick
in.
that fucker out the net.
And it's in.
All right, I'll tell you the situation of if you ask about Champions League final tickets.
They got
It's-
Rashid, by the way.
The thing about Champions League final tickets.
Oh,
look,
your
we've
phone
only-
call, brother. I haven't got about you.
We've only got 16,824 tickets. Now, as you know, you can just because you've got a ticket doesn't mean you're going to be able to get out there because of obviously situations where Arsenal got basically got a travel package and they've suspended the travel package. So they want to make sure that the Arsenal fans that applied for the travel package, they're actually got tickets. So they suspended that. So in layman's terms, it's probably sold out. And plus, remember, there's Arsenal staff who are not going to get tickets.
Oh, that's
so
what I was going. That was what I was going to ask you.
Arsenal,
Is it true? Is it true they're charging
Yes.
to go there?
Yes. So
How are you charging your staff to go to the
Lee, that's the situation with the travel packages.
Kenny, the club's worth fucking £2 billion.
I know, but it doesn't always work like that. What's happened is that unfortunately, Slim Jim at Man United has given clubs
Scruffy Jim.
Well, Slim Jim, I don't know what he calls it. I'm sure if you watch films of different tastes, you know who Slim Jim is. Anyway, Slim Jim is basically giving clubs a kind of a edict on how to treat their staff because look what he's done at Man United. They had to pay their own way to go to the FA Cup final in 2024, and they had to play their own way to get to Bilbao. So I think this is the thing. What's happening now in football is that they're trying to cut costs. Because they don't want to be in a situation where there is a sort of Man United. So the situation is with the travel packages is that obviously club Arsenal staff who may get tickets will now use those packages. So it'll be a situation where if fans want to use their packages, I'm not saying all fans are going to do it because I know fans who probably are going to sleep out there or book their travel already. But there are situations where those packages, they're in jeopardy. So you've got to find other ways. Some people are flying to Vienna and then making away from Hungary. Some people are just doing it in and out. I mean, my wife.
Vienna's a 2-hour journey on a train for like €13.
Yeah, but I know my wife found a package to go by train, but it takes 24 hours from St. Patrick's International to Budapest, so you've got to go through Amsterdam, and from Amsterdam you make your way, but it's going to take 24 hours.
Even the coach that the club are laying on, the coaches and that, Leanne was texting me the other day, and she said it was £339 each person. Yeah,
how long
just
did
for the coach?
How long did the journey take?
I think it was 24 hours. I think it was 12 or 24. I don't know if it was 24 hours to one way or whether that was 24 hours there and back. I think it was
24 hours there and back. Yeah.
I don't know. I didn't ask her, to be fair, but she said it was £339 each. Yeah, that's without a ticket.
Well, yeah, but that's
fucking taking a piss.
Yeah, but if the club,
oh, there you go. It was 34 hours. I look at that. I mentioned her and she pops up. Look at that. Go on.
Yeah. But if the club are doing that, surely they're going to want to only sell to fans who've got tickets.
No, but you can go and buy the coach travel. You can go and buy the coach travel. I'm pretty sure. Maybe you can go and fucking donkeys. If you get the coach to the away games, you don't have to have a ticket, right?
Yeah, but
you just have to buy the coach travel, or do you have to? Have
no,
a
but
ticket
if it's official, they're a situation now. Everything now is like Big Brother's watching you. It's none of this where they're going to want proof of identity. I mean, we went to West Ham last week. We basically had to scan our phones. We had to scan our phones to get in. Wembley, the League Cup final, same thing. We're in a situation now that because a lot of people are going, oh, I can't get a ticket, and then all these people I don't know got tickets, and all these influencers got tickets. It's now Big Brother's watching you.
Yeah, it's right. When you go to a European away game now, you have to literally go and meet someone in a designated area, and show them your passport. Whereas back in the day, when we went to Ostersund, I'm going to say the guy's name. Yeah, but there was this fella there and he had about 5 tickets. He had different passport numbers written on in biro pen. So just get a baby wipe, a wet wipe, and just wipe it off and then sell it to someone else for their passport number. So they could go to the game. Yeah, you can't do that anymore. No, you can't do that. And that's mad. Yeah, there you go. It was leaving just after midnight on the 29th, arriving in the morning on the 30th. Stay there for the day, go to the game. Coach leaves 90 minutes after the whistle. It was independent. I thought it was Arsenal. Sorry, babe.
Yeah,
it was an independent company.
You know, I got the Arsenal one. They've said that they're halted. They're suspending, the application. You can still put your name and email address to, put your name on the list, but they're saying that they want to check the authenticity of people who've applied to make sure they got tickets. So that's going to be a long process. But UEFA are to blame to this in terms of like the amount of tickets they've, like the amount of tickets that they've allocated each side. However, when I went onto their website to see if I can get a ticket, it's more straightforward, than the rubbish that I'll get from the club. It's it's none of this. Getting in the queue. Obviously the queuing time to get into UEFA website is a lot better than ours. But you've got a ticket or you haven't got a ticket. No messing about. And
but that's what I was saying backstage to you. Yeah, the final next year is in Madrid. Yeah, anyone in this chat right now that's got money in their bank, go and buy up hostels, hotels, with cancellation charges, whatever. Yeah, go and buy up everywhere in Madrid. Yeah, and then just sell and make a fortune next summer. Yeah, I'm saying to these guys backstage, the Spursy pub I go to, one of his pals done it. He's selling fucking $2,000 a night. In Budapest. Yeah, he's done it with the Conference League and the Europa League final as well. Yeah, he's made an absolute fortune because the hostels are cheap. If you buy them now for next year, and the hotel, I don't know if you can do the hotel a year in advance.
I know what I'm doing. Now I've got a UEFA. Now I'm registered with UEFA because they've made us all register with UEFA. I suppose logic states I could actually apply for a Champions League final ticket, regardless of where Arsenal was playing. I'm assuming that's what I could do there.
That's crazy. That's actually mad. And the maddest thing is, it's like, well, what's a save? The maddest thing for me, he's a baller, this guy. That's our left winger next season. If it was my money, that's who we're buying.
Hey, Lee, Lee, I think your camera's still. Is it still Matty?
Yeah, it's froze up on.
Lee's frozen.
No, there he is. There he is.
I'm back
now. Yeah, he's back.
But no, for me, it's like this is the biggest week that we have had. The biggest next 2 weeks, for 20 years. But this time next week, we could be Premier League champions. Yeah, and this time in under 2 weeks. Well, yeah, this time in 2 weeks, we could be Champions League winners. Yeah.
Oh, look at that! Look at it.
I'm telling you, it's so good, isn't it? I'm telling you right now, if we win that double, that'd be absolutely fucking insane. And anyone who doesn't know, there's nearly 500 still in there. On Tuesday, Netflix documentary is coming out. Yeah. And it's about Liverpool coming back from 3-0 down in Istanbul. Yeah, Lauren sent me the trailer of it. Yeah. That's out on Tuesday on Netflix. Yeah. And she texts me, she goes, watch this. And she sent me the 1 minute 42 trailer. She goes, watch this. You have a chance. That's true. AC Milan were the best team in the world at that point.
But you know what I've said, Lee? I've said this. It might have been the DJ. If I was Mikel Arteta, I would literally every day show PSG's journey to the final last year. And I would let them watch every game. Because we are what PSG were last year going against Inter Milan. Right. Uncharted territory. No, and Kenny, we all know this. If you're in the final, everybody has a chance.
You know what? We could even go back 30 years. 31 years. Remember when Ajax? Remember the Ajax? Remember under Howe? You had players like Kluivert, Overmars, and a very old Rijkaard, a veteran Rijkaard. But you had players like Danny
It was
Glynn,
the
Marley.
left back. Right? Was it Reisiger? Was it Reisiger? Was he
Rising was at right back. You had the
right
ball,
back? That's
He
it.
was loaded.
He was fucking good.
you had
He was
the
a
ball
baller.
twins. You had
Yep.
obviously Cliver up front, and you had Kanu,
Kanu
Finidi
was on there,
George,
yep.
and you had
Finidi
Van
George was a good
Sar in
player.
goal. When they won the Champions League, even and they beat AC Milan in Vienna, they were the hot favourites for me. But the season afterwards, they got the Champions League final, and everyone thought they were going to smash Juventus. Juventus won on penalties. Everyone thought this, but everyone thought this Ajax team was going to dominate Europe. But guess what? The Italian clubs just waved a check and players like
it was a loaded Serie A team back then too.
Seedorf went. You know what I mean? You know, Reisiger went. You know, Kluivert went. Littman went. All of them Van der Sar went. All of them just got eaten up. Davids went. He played in that final. Overmars went to us. So I'm not saying PSG are never going to have that problem. But when you think a team's going to be the Titans of Europe, it doesn't materialise because the Champions League is the most difficult tournament, I think, to win as well as their league.
Yeah, because you got.
See, I think all cup competitions are just difficult in general. Yeah, because like one fuck up and you could be out when it's knockout stage. Yeah, the Premier League, right? We lose now against Burnley or Palace, we're fucked. Yeah, 2 games to go. You lose against Leeds or Man United in the first and second game of the season, you got another 37, 38 games to catch you up. Yeah, Premier League, for me, it's not easy to win. Of course it ain't. But I think it's easier than the knockout competition of a tournament. And I think it's a lot easier because you can make it up.
Times. Yeah, but let's remember, 9 out of 10 times, if you're the front runners, you go and win the league. But we saw yesterday in Scotland that Hearts were my ballers. Yeah, Hearts led the Scottish Premiership for over 220 days.
255 to be exact, Kenny.
255 days. They didn't win the league. How long did we?
Martin O'Neill's mad underrated, by the way. Yeah. He's a massively underrated.
I told you what I told you yesterday. You got the Honda Civic back up and running.
Yeah, they should. If they hadn't got that idiot from the MLS, they would have done a domestic treble this season.
But I told you. But see, it goes all the way back to when we first started the show. I said, what I've learned this season is the longer you hold on to a manager, it messes up different scenarios. Either like I said, if United would have got rid of that clown, Amarin a month earlier, we're having a completely different discussion here. If you look at the table, they're not too far off, you know. And then you look at Chelsea's situation. Look at where they are. Look at the mess they in. West Ham.
When we, I think it was Liverpool or Forest we played, and we could have gone like 10 clear with Man City. Chelsea was second.
Yeah,
they were like 6-7 points behind.
See you later, static.
That's up static every time, bro. Yeah, now look at Chelsea. Chelsea are currently 10th.
Look at Spurs. I mean, I know it's Spurs.
6 points off 6th, and 10 points off Liverpool in 5th.
Look where Spurs
second.
Look at the mess Spurs put themselves in, holding on too long, and then look where they at now.
Big up Scotty as well.
You've got to. At some point, you've got to go. You know what? This isn't working out. We need to salvage the season.
And on the flip side of that, and it's true, and it lines up perfectly with what you're saying. Yeah, that Marinakis at Forest, everyone was going, well, it's a bit harsh sacking Sean Dyche, isn't it? Yeah, now they're fucking balling
in a final. Well, not in the final, they were almost in a final.
Semi-final, yeah. They got wallops, but they got to a semi-final whilst navigating relegation battle. Yeah,
and he'll rebuild the team. He'll rebuild the team.
And now they're safe. They can't get relegated. Yeah, and it's not an achievement. However, the fact that they ain't got the squad to compete, and they actually did compete in Europe, so the semis, not that it matters because they didn't win it. Yeah, but I think they would have stayed up anyway. But I don't think they would have got to the semi with Sean Dyche.
Lee, look at Bournemouth. Okay, Iriola's leaving. All right, we identified the manager immediately. Why? Because as soon as the season ends, we've got to get everything sorted out. We want to keep this
preparation. They're
in Europe, so we got to start getting ready for Europe.
Yeah, they're currently sick for the minute, Bournemouth. Yeah. They're with 2 games to go. Obviously, they play Man City. You might as well just chalk that down as a fucking loss. Yeah, because they ain't beating Man City. Yeah, Man City are purring at the minute. Man City have not lost a game since the 17th of January in the domestic football.
Probably say they've made one mistake, which invariably will cost them the league.
Yeah.
You could be the
that was drawing against West Ham, by the way. That
Yeah.
mistake. Yeah, because they should have fucking battered him.
Yeah, but if
And
you
they
think
did
about
batter them.
it,
West Ham had one shot and scored it.
yeah, but that's the thing. That's when West Ham were organised. They were playing with confidence. Their confidence is on the floor. But if you look at, I mean, if you're a Man City player, let alone a manager, and you saw what Sunderland has done to Everton, you're thinking, how, why, what were you thinking of? You know what I mean? Everton, they're the epitome of how do I say it? Mediocrity, average,
Dibbly dobblies, yeah.
Dibbly dobblies, not very good. The only thing that's passionate about Everton is their fans.
In defense.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So there's a woman that goes in the bar, her fella's Leeds, and she's Everton. Yeah. Proper Everton. Yeah. And I like Everton. I said to her the other day, yeah, because there's quite a few Scousers that go in that gaff, right? And I was like, I actually prefer Goodison Park over Anfield. And it was a proper fucking stadium and proper fans. I'm not saying Liverpool fans ain't proper and it ain't a proper stadium. I'm just saying I preferred it. It's my personal preference. Yeah, but it's like you look at what Everton are now, yeah, compared to what they were in the 80s and that. Yeah, it's fucking night and day, isn't it? It's totally different. And imagine that City, Liverpool and Everton are battling, yeah, for titles, yeah, for trophies every season.
It happened in the 80s.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the thing with Everton is that Everton, if you take away Man City's money, Everton, you could actually, Man City and Everton, there's a comparison where both teams, both set of fans see themselves as the club of the city. Like Manchester City is the club of Manchester. They see Man United as an international club. Now, Evertonians, obviously, Liverpool, you know, obviously synonymous. But they actually say that Liverpool fans are not actually from Merseyside. They're from all over the UK. And they come from Ireland, Norway, Belgium, you know, parts of the Far East. Whilst Everton, it's Scousers. If you look at the postcode, they claim that if you look at the postcodes of all the Everton season ticket holders, a majority of them are in the Merseyside area, and obviously Liverpool area, and some are in woolly backs like Lauren from a place like Warrington. But I've seen a lot of people have told me that if you look at Liverpool season ticket holders, it's the same.
Yeah, you're right. It's the same with City. Do you remember the last? You remember when we played the cup final against City? Sorry, actually, let me hold that for 1 second, Gunnar. Big up to Andrew, bro. He did a pre-recorded show with Shane earlier. I watched Shane's Shane with the Simpsons clips. Killed.
I mean,
yeah, legend. Thanks for the opportunity. Big up to you, bro. I'll be sure to check that out as well. Bless up always for the love in my chat as well, man. Big up Shane every time as well. But it's the same with Man City. Do you remember we played them in the League Cup final and got walloped? And then we played them 4 days later and it was snowing.
And got walloped.
You got walloped. Yeah, that was 22.
20,000 in that was what year was that? 2018.
Yeah.
That was 18, wasn't it? Yeah, we played
Austin.
3-0. Yeah.
Oh yeah, we got that's the one we got blowed away. We got blowed away. Yeah.
David Silva put them 2-0 up, I think, inside 2 minutes in the home game. Yeah, 4 days later. But what you're saying is right, yeah. Because do you remember the coaches? You know where the coaches for the away fans are, Kenny, yeah, right? Every single one of them fans that got off of that coach was from Manchester. Every single fucking one of them. Yeah, when I was walking to the ground, I was talking with them. They were sound as fuck, Man City fans. They were proper. Same with Everton fans. Yeah, when you come out of Goodison, yeah, half the houses are boarded up with graffiti all over them. Yeah, it's a proper stadium. Now, I don't like these circles, like bowls. Some of them are nice.
Yeah, but they're the way to go, because I think with these bowls, all right. If you look at, I know in the 70s, Northern Ireland played at Goodison Park because of the troubles in Northern Ireland. But, you know, the Dickie, I can always call the stadium the Dickie. The Dickie had a game between Scotland. Scotland and who they played? Cote d'Ivoire? Or it was a team from Africa or Senegal. Either way, the Dickie held Scotland International. And, of course, you know, Scotland fans, they packed the bloody stadium to the rafters.
Was that when they qualified?
No, it was a friendly after they qualified for the World Cup. They played
because Kieran Tierney qualified them, by the way. Just saying, Kieran Tierney qualified them.
Yeah, they lost it. I don't know if anyone can help me there, and I apologise to anyone from those countries, but it was a West African country, and Scotland lost, but they packed the Dickie.
No, they did. I'm saying it right now. Yeah, Everton are a great football club. Same as like, Man City get a bad rep, yeah. Right, but Man City, that's everything we smashed our stadium down to be like. Same with Chelsea. I can't stand Chelsea. I don't really mind Man City, but Chelsea under Abramovich, it's what we smashed Highbury down for. It pisses me off that we have the money and we've mismanaged it, but now we've rectified that since Arteta's been here. Yeah, we've wasted a fuck ton of money still. But at the same time, it looks like we're now going to do the aim of what we smashed that stadium down for.
But when City came into the money, man, the sheet was quite clear in what he said. He was like, hey, look, you all remember he came on. He was like, look, within this amount of time, this is what we plan on doing. We're going to build a world power and all this stuff. And I distinctly remember when I told people, I said, hey, man, they're getting legit all money. Oh, man, this City, who cares anything about City? City's not doing anything. Oh, man, and the next thing you know, they ransacking our players. Robinho's rolling up.
Yeah, he thought he signed for Man United.
Yeah, he thought he signed.
What a prat. His agent shanked him, I swear.
Yeah, and then you look up, they start, Dzeko, you got all these players showing up. You're like, well, wait a minute, man. And then then they get elite managers start showing up. Then that's when you're like,
they basically copied the Chelsea model from a few years earlier under Abramovich.
Put on steroids. And put it on steroids.
Literally. And the thing is there, Chelsea under Abramovich, they went out there whilst Ranieri finished behind the Invincibles and went and got the best manager in world football at that time who'd just done a treble, Jose Mourinho. Yeah, and he was the best on paper.
Yeah, at that time,
because he'd just done a treble. Yeah. You can say Fergie, and Fergie's the greatest manager I've ever seen in my life anyway. But at that time, Jose had just won the treble. So they went out there and said, no, we're getting this guy, even though they finished second. Yeah, but then when fans sit there and have a go at me, or you guys, or people in the chat, whatever, saying, well, you can't get rid of him. He finished second. He's competing. Well, hang on a minute, mate. Arsenal went invincible and sacked Ranieri, who then went on. It's fucking ironic he went and done it and won the league with Leicester. All the scenes.
Yeah. But he still got sacked a year afterwards.
Yeah, exactly. He got sacked halfway through the next year.
Yeah, but I think the thing with Arsenal, you got to remember, it's all about it. Some clubs have identities. Arsenal got an identity.
Don't say that.
It doesn't mean it's an identity for life because it depends on the owner and it depends on what he really wants to do and how much he wants to win. They're very rare because a lot of owners especially owners from certain parts of the country, the first thing that attracts an owner, a football club, and it's owners from who are not football fans. The first thing they're going to look at is, can I get my money back? I'll tell you one thing. Owners from obviously your part of the world, Matty, the thing that they love is the packed stadiums and the TV rights and Champions League money. They like the fact they can't believe that a game that they don't give a damn about initially, not all of them, because some of the owners have been educated about the game, but one thing they care about more than anything else is the profit margins because of the TV rights, especially the fact that
you know where that came from, Kenny. You know where that came from. It's funny you bring it up because I was listening to somebody today as I was doing my grocery shopping. They TV rights are becoming a big deal with the NFL over here. And there was a big hoop about that. And so where the TV rights came from is when Sky Sports over here in the States, Sky Sports started charging top dollar for getting rights to the Premiership. And so America owners say, and leagues say, you know what? This is a great way to make money. So you know what? Let's shop out rights deals over here. Let's shop out rights deals over there. And then not only that, let's introduce them to. Now you're seeing it now with the tier system of the getting tickets.
Yeah, but you know what is, Matty, though? Let me tell you something, right? Everyone thinks that our greatest export is something to do with like cars or films.
None of them are made in England.
England's greatest export is the Premier League. That's the greatest export we've ever had. Because you think about it, the amount of people all over the world who watch that product, and the fact that we can charge a lot of money for that product, and that we're very accommodating as well because we actually move our kickoff times in order to
suit everybody else.
So the greatest export that we've ever, like I said, sold to people for all four corners of the world is actually our Premiership.
Yeah.
It's
Facts.
our Premiership.
I mean,
we've
we've
been
talked about
marketed so well, and the thing is as well. This is why this 115 has gone on for about 4 years.
Well, you saw it was something that came out today. I read where they're gonna negotiate the penalties. I have to go find it. If I can find it again. Like if you get it,
somebody was in my. I think it was Stacey was in my chat yesterday. Well, not yesterday. I haven't worked for 2 days. What day were we on? Sunday. Must have been Thursday or Friday. Yeah, Thursday. Yeah, it was Thursday. Yeah, and she said that apparently they're announcing the 115 in June or July. Of course they are. The fucking World Cup's on it. It'll go under the radar again. Yeah? Chelsea got 74 charges, and Tottenham are on the verge of getting relegated. That's 3 of their big 6. That's half their product gone. Yeah, because they market around the world on the big 6. Yeah, so they're begging Tottenham to stay up. Yeah, they're begging them to stay up. They can't fucking come out and relegate Man City if they've done something wrong, which we still don't know.
West Ham
relegate Chelsea. Yeah, West Ham are fucking. I swear down. Fair play to Newcastle today. I watched 20 minutes of that and then I fucked off. And then I watched the last couple of minutes when I got in here.
Yeah,
but now if you have Tottenham relegated, Chelsea, if they get done for theirs, they'll be relegated. Man City, that's 3 of their top cities. Then their products
that's the thing. Again. The thing about it is the cash cow. Another thing is you've got to remember one thing is that what's happened, right, is that, again, this is something that's taken everyone by surprise in the world, especially in America, because if you compare, all you've got to look at is 1994 and the interest in British football in 94. It weren't great. I say it respectfully, Matty, because you're here, but I don't think the Americans knew what they had when they when the World Cup was held in their country. They didn't know what they had. They toyed with the idea of changing the ruals.
Well, Kenny, remember what it was they were unsure because remember we had NASL. You remember that?
Exactly,
with Pele and Beckenbauer, and so they were kind of tepid about, do we want to go back down this road? Do we want to deal with
it was a loss. You didn't make any money out of it.
Yeah.
Another thing
none. Yep.
And another thing as well, with what's happened, FIFA was so accommodating in 94 that they were scared of a 0-0. They were scared of a game went to 0-0. They even brought the golden goal because in order to sell it to an American market.
Yeah.
Because
most of our fan bases, most of the fan base ain't seen a golden goal. They see penalty.
That's why fan base never seen Diana Ross fucking miss a penalty.
FIFA, I mean, that penalty.
There was a World Cup in '96 though. There was one in '96.
Yeah, there was one in '96 apparently. Yeah.
But you know the situation though, in terms of FIFA, how they want to rock it. What's happened since then is that the good thing that came out of it is that at the time a lot of American goalkeepers were playing in the Premier League, and then what's happened is that because what's happened is that America kept on qualifying for tournaments, and they kept on exporting players over. So I think with American players playing in their leagues and playing in the big teams in Europe, I think what's happened now is that America have been ready for the World Cup for years. Now they've got the opportunity. I think it's going to be an excellent tournament because of the fact that
nobody be there because nobody can afford the tickets.
Well, you know what's happened is that trust me.
We know it.
I know what's happened, but you know what FIFA are going to do is that I'm hearing that a guy who messaged me on Instagram has told me that they're reducing the travel passes now to stadiums because no one's buying the packages. And I think what they're going to do is that America are not going to make the mistake they made in '94. So I think, accompanied by FIFA, they're going to reduce those prices. That's the only way they could do it because they can't have empty stadiums. That'd be a massive humiliation to the American federations because they won't have empty stadiums in Canada and Mexico where they take football as a passion there anyway.
Well, I tell you what, Kenny, if they do that, I hope they don't do like Lee. You remember when they had the Club World Cup last year, and the ticket was through the roof, and then they wait all the way up until like 2 days
and then
before
drops
the game.
them and then I'm getting for like $17.
Yeah, if they drop the prices, they need to start on that like within the next couple.
I think it's going to sort of like start there. But one thing I think about is that this is like going to be massive. you know, all the American federations are going to want all the American owners of British football clubs or anything else to bang the drum. You know, even Donald Trump is going to behave himself.
That comment right there is spot on, by the way. Yeah, it weren't a Big Six; it's a Premier League thing. The Big Six. Yeah, they finessed over the. Yeah. It was the top 5.
Yeah.
The Red Cartel, and then Everton and Tottenham, and now it's been morphed into the Big Six. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
It was top
Their
4.
Products
Top four.
That's another thing.
Big Six. Yeah, that's what it started out.
In the 80s, especially, it was like, especially before the TV deal with Sky, it was the Big 5. The Premier League was actually. Do you know why the Premier League? We actually had established the Premier League because basically ITV and BBC were basically calling the Football League out of money, calling the clubs out of money. They were getting football on the cheap.
When it used to be Granada, didn't it? It used to be Granada TV.
Yeah, Granada.
They had a stake in Arsenal, Man U, and Liverpool, didn't they?
Yeah, that's it. But basically, remember there was a time in 85-86 season, for the first 6 months, they didn't show any football on TV because the clubs were fighting over a better deal. And then TV gave them a deal. And then what was happening is that up until 92, Everton, Liverpool, Man United, Spurs, and Arsenal basically took the best deal and said, you know, French connection to all the other clubs. Because initially, those 5 clubs wanted to stay with ITV because they're going to get most of the money. Yeah. And then Alan Sugar sold them out because Alan Sugar, the midget from Clapton. Because basically, this is what it was, Matt. You're going to laugh about this.
So I watched the documentary on this. So when you said Sugar,
Alan Sugar, his company Amstrad were making satellite dishes.
Yeah.
So more people went to Sky.
Kickback. Yeah, kickback. Yep.
He'll make a ton of money. So little Alan Sugar, I'm the man of people. I'm an acting boy. There's kids watching.
Well, there shouldn't be. It's made for over 18s.
There's kids watching.
Box to say
Lord Sugar, you poisonous the wolf. You're one of the reasons why footwear's the same. You poisoned the wolf. You traitor. 1 minute you're Tory, then you Labour. You poisoned the wolf. I'm so glad you met your wife before you made the money, because if she was with you after you made the money, I would have asked questions.
He wouldn't have been with that one. He would have had a buff thing.
I don't know, mate. I don't know. Like Lord Sugar, you've got a lot to answer for.
No, well, I like Lord Sugar, just because of The Apprentice. But other than that, I get it. I totally get it. Yeah, I think he's still got some kind of shares or something at Tottenham, right?
Yeah, but Manuel, you're right. It was in 88 to 92. Only ITV got an exclusive deal for live games. However, from about 83 to 88, both ITV and the BBC had live games. But what was happening is that ITV, when they had their exclusive deal, every week of that season there was a live game. But predominantly the Big 5 were on there. But yeah, you're right. Karen Brady's jumped shit because another poisons the wolf from this one. This one was born in Wales, but he's actually brought up in Hornchurch. He's probably a bigger poisons the wolf, but he's got a lot more to worry about than football.
Big up to everyone locked in. We're going to raid DJB in a minute. It starts live in 9 minutes. I'm just watching an absolute baller, legend of football, coming onto the pitch to a standing ovation at the.
What's his name? Is he Polish?
No, it's Isco.
Oh, Francisco. All right, Francisco.
I like Isco. Isco. What a footballer!
You got Francisco, and you got Francesco, isn't it? All shortening their names.
Do you know what's crazy? Yeah, where I live, there's so many Malaga fans around here. Yeah, and they all have. Oh, Lewandowski is coming on, by the way. He's just coming on now. Yeah, not a bad sub to bring on for his last game.
I'll be thinking about that.
Yeah, not a bad sub, is it? Yeah. But yeah, there's so many Malaga fans around here. Every single one of them that has a number and name on the shirt has Isco. You go to Betis, 90% of the Betis fans have Isco 22. I've got an Isco 22. I bought it when I went there. Yeah. And it's funny. I don't know if you guys see it the other night. Yeah, I text Rance. Yeah, it's fucking funny. I text Rance. I said Mbappe got booed when he came on at the Bernabeu the other night. I said, and he came on as a sub in the second half. I said, but before that sub, somebody you do actually like that played in midfield for us, that scored in an FA Cup final.
Oh, Cafola.
Yeah, plays for
Cafola.
Oviedo. They got relegated that night because Jude Bellingham put 2-0 up.
Look,
yeah, he got a standing ovation, Kenny, at the Bernabeu. The whole stadium stood up and clapped him.
Yeah,
what's a player?
Santiago Cafola is one of the best players.
Big up Cafe as well. Have a nice evening.
He is the most gifted player we've had at Arsenal since Liam Brady.
You reckon?
So, technically, he's the best player we've had since Liam Brady. Mesut Ozil had natural ability to play football. He had unique ability to play. Alexis Sanchez was one of the best street players I've ever seen. Thierry Henry's our best ever player. But Santiago Cafola, in terms of... Oh, yeah, okay, all right. If you were... I can't... Actually, there's no right answer.
That's something we think there is no right answer.
Lee, there's no actually right answer. If someone said Bergkamp, I agree with him. If someone said Henry, I agree with him. There's actually no right answer. But when I talk about the best technically gifted player I've ever seen, it's Santiago Cafola. I've never seen a guy who could take free kicks and corners with both feet. I didn't know whether he was left-footed or right-footed.
He came on the pitch the other day at the Bernabeu. I did a watch along for it. He came on the pitch. The whole stadium stood up. Yeah, and obviously, and do you know what? Yeah, not only that, right? He gives all of his money. He don't get a lot of money at Oviedo. He gives all of that money to charities and like stuff like that are linked to the club. Yeah, so he just basically is playing for nothing.
Yeah, but
he's made his money, so he's gone back to the club where it all started, and he just basically gives all the money to like food banks and like charities and stuff that are linked to the club and around the area and stuff like that. Yeah, what a guy! What a legend!
And that's the thing. He was loved at Arsenal, but a lot of people criticise him. But I remember Uncle Clive saying he's the brain of our side, and I think that if we had Sally Cafola now, we will be dominating English football in midfield. In that position, in that number 6, stroke number 8 position, we had a young Santi Cafola, we dominate the league.
He's a bad boy.
Yeah, you're right. Bobby Charlton was another player who could play. George Best had 2 good feet as well. And Pele had 2 good feet as well.
Yeah, same with Zidane, though. I know Zidane was more like left-footed. Yeah, but was he left-footed?
No,
fucking knows.
That's
what I'm saying. He was more left-footed, but was he? No, he weren't. He was right-footed as well.
Yeah. Bobby Charlton was right-footed, but everyone thought he had left foot because I screamed score his left foot.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, if you look at that Champions League goal that Zidane scored with that left foot, where he just stood there and volleyed it top bins against Leverkusen. Yeah, you think he's left-footed? He ain't. He's right.
I know a player you don't like. A player you don't like is 2-footed as well. The best player in the world, CR7. He's 2-footed.
No, of course, he lost another final yesterday. By the way, unlucky.
but talking about technique, CR7's 2-footed. CR7's 2-footed.
Do you remember when Abue just clamped him? Do you remember that? When he was dancing around near the corner flag, and Abue just went, "Fuck off, not today, bro."
Yeah,
he was a joke though. CR7, I know it's coming to an end. He's desperate to get that 1,000 goals, and he's so close now.
How many goals he got? How many goals he got?
Right, chat, help us out. I think he's like 25 or 28 away, something like that. Yeah, 30 away. He's on about 970, I think, or 970.
How many friendlies have Portugal got before the World Cup?
Yeah. He's on 970. That's crazy.
Hey,
how many is Messi on? How many is Messi on? Because he ain't even a striker.
Messi's like...
Messi's like 75.
He was never. He's not. He's a striker now, but he didn't start.
Yeah, but he's been a striker. Everyone knows him as a striker. Nobody remembers him as a winger, being good at wing.
Hey,
I just remember him as a goal hanger now.
Talking of Portuguese players, Bruno Fernandes has equalled the Premiership record for 20 assists.
Right, I watched the last 20 minutes of that game. He should have fucking broken it as well.
Should have scored. Buemo and Xerxes is so bad, didn't it?
Ahmad, yeah, but they had a 4-on-2, yeah, and then he overhit the pass. Otherwise, fucking Ahmad would have tapped it in. Yeah, Xerxes is dog shit, by the way. I don't care what anyone tells me.
Yeah, but what about Buemo? Remember that chance he set for Buemo? It was because he was on his right foot. He put it in the stands.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. Yeah, I'm telling you right now, yeah. Like he's going to break that record. He will
They
break
got
that
Brighton
record.
next week, innit?
I beg they beat him. I don't want him to break the record. Fuck him. Can't stand him. Yeah, there's talk of him being player of the season. Do me
but
a
he
favour.
deserves it. No, he deserves
don't.
it.
No, he don't. The team that wins the league deserves it.
But people saying Mesut Ozil, who had a similar season to Bruno Fernandes, were in a team that didn't win anything, they wanted him to get Football of the Year. So what's the
but
difference?
that's why football's so dead. You know, the player of the season is for any player from the team that won the league.
Yeah, but does the player of the season have to win a trophy? Because I've seen Pat
the aim
Jennings.
of the sport is to win trophies, can you?
All right. Yeah, but that's the team.
I had this row for an hour with Runts the other day.
Yeah, but the thing is that but it doesn't say team of the year; it's player of the year. Team of the
year,
year,
player of the year. So player of the year surely ends up completing the aim of the sport and was one of the best players in the team.
Steve Nicol won. All right, he won. He didn't win the league in '89, but he got player of the year.
Yeah, no, the whole thing's a scam. You know, same with young player of the year. You got fucking Gibbs White. Yeah, you got Gibbs White in team of the year. Why? You're nearly relegated, bro.
But Steve Nicol had a fantastic season for Liverpool in '89. As an individual season. Alan Shearer never wins trophy. Alan Shearer, obviously, he's got Football of the Year when he hasn't won trophies. Alan Shearer's only won one trophy in his life. Gary Lineker has only won one domestic trophy, but he got Football of the Year in 1986 because he got 40 goals, league and cup goals. Because individually, he's had a fantastic season. But it's
a team sport.
All right, yeah, but Football of the Year, Football Writers for years, is the best player in individual player.
The best player for me, is the team that wins the league. Pick any player out of that team. Team of the season is the team that win the league because they end the game they completed it. So you could do another one.
Has Declan Rice had a better season than Bruno Fernandes? Individual season.
If he wins the league, yeah.
Yeah, but as his performances, consistently, has he been more consistent than Bruno Fernandes?
He has been more consistent.
Arsenal's a better team than Man United, but
Bruno's a scrub.
But
this is where it's subjective, right? Because you got Thiago in that team of the season shout, yeah. Oh, but he plays for Brentford. Brentford ain't been in the league for years and got a load of fucking money.
Individually, he should be because of what he's done. Because it says, is the rule say that if you play a team that wins trophies, that automatically any of those players are Football of the Year, or is it an individual honour?
Yeah, so in my head, so Madueke deserves it more than Bruno. Madueke would have had a better season than Bruno, mate. Yeah, we all sit there and laugh at Harry Kane. We all sit and laugh at Harry Kane, yeah? Oh, he didn't win anything at Tottenham. Yeah, cool. He's got all them goals. Yeah, they amounted to fuck all, the same as Bruno's assists, mate.
Oh, individually, Harry Kane individually has been in the best striker in this country for the last. When he played,
he's a phenomenal footballer.
Yeah, from 2015 up until 23, he was the best striker in the Premiership.
He's one of the best strikers in the world still now. He's an amazing footballer.
But he never got the Football Writers Player of the Year
because it's a popularity contest. That's why.
Yeah, but
it's a popularity contest. So working on what you're saying about goals. Yeah, Harry Kane won the Golden Boot how many times? So why didn't he get the players like Football Writers thing then? Yeah, but because they gave it to somebody who won the league.
Yeah, but they don't always do that. They don't always do it because
so what's the criteria then?
Yeah, but in '86 they gave Gary Lineker didn't win the league. Liverpool won.
No, let's go back let's just go Premier League for the last 10 years. Yeah, right since Kane was playing. Yeah, Kane's never won it. But Harry Kane, we can all agree. I don't think there's a single person in this chat that will disagree. Yeah, right. Harry Kane is one of the best footballers and one of the most elite strikers we will ever see. He's incredible.
That easily.
Yeah, and he won nothing. Hence why he didn't win that trophy. That Writers Award. But now, on the flip side of that, you have somebody like Bruno, who's now is going to break the record for assists. So what's the difference then? It's the same shit.
Yeah, but the Football Writers have looked at his individual performance, and that's the thing. Declan Rice, the question is, Declan Rice might win the Champions League and he might win the Football League, and I hope he does. But you know what? I've got to speak to someone like Harry Symeou or Tom Canton because they're the ones who are football writers, and they're now part of the vote.
Yeah, and
So
they're pushing out this fucking
criteria.
Bruno Fernandes fucking
But yeah,
this and that.
but
Then
I
they play
don't
top
think
gooners, and now not top gooners. Yeah. Cool.
Tom didn't vote for Bruno Fernandes. But I need to find that. You know what? If next time I see John Cross or Oliver Holt, I'll ask them who they voted for. And ask.
Right, so this comment here, and big up to Whooping, yeah. And we're going to rate DJB in a second, yeah. Right? How is team of the season the team that won the league? You've just answered your own question, bro. Like, the aim of the sport is to win the league in that league competition. You all play each other twice to see who is the best team that season. So team of the season is the team that completed the aim of the fucking sport. What are we doing here? Why don't they do another one? Individual players of the season that didn't win fuck all in the league. Like, because then when people go, oh yeah, but he won the League Cup, he won the FA Cup, you've got to put him in there. Yeah, cool. It's called Premier League team of the season, not domestic trophy team of the season. It's team of the season. Team of the season is the team that won the league. That's why they won it, because they were the best team.
All right, a goalkeeper. All right, there's two goalkeepers.
David Raya's up there.
Yeah, but
I know that's not how it works, because football is fucking bent over backwards, bruv. Yeah, for a load of fucking bullshit. Yeah, and it's lost the actual fucking aim of the game. Now it's all about a popularity contest, gimmicks, PR, yeah, and fucking stupidness where, now it's player FC or manager FC. Yeah, you support Man City, Whooping, yeah, right? There's players at your club that you want out. Yeah, but I guarantee you, 3 years ago, there was also players that you wanted out. But you didn't want Pep out. And if you dare said you want Pep replaced by Enrique, for example, everyone would want to knife you to death. But you could say, I want to get rid of Gundo, or I want to get this player, that Kyle Walker, this player. That's fine. So why is that only acceptable when it's a player, not a manager? Yeah. Why? Because it's a fucking another gimmick. Yeah, because now football has become the manager is the most important thing at the club. No, it's the fucking players and the fans. Yeah, but it's the players. They're the ones that go and do the shit on the pitch. Yeah. And the aim of the sport is to win trophies, not finish second. Yeah, not quite. Oh, so Man United progressed this season then. Finished 15th, now they finished third. Oh, that's major progress. Give Carrick the job. Do me a fucking favour.
Yeah, but
you just lost by less, mate.
Yeah, unfortunately,
it's charming, man. It's so annoying.
But unfortunately, since Sir Alex Ferguson's left the club, that is their matrix, isn't it? But you talk about goalkeepers. David Raya has been our best player this season. He's been for me. Obviously, you'll disagree, and you're entitled and might disagree. But I think David Raya is what.
I agree.
The reason why we're in contention to win two trophies. He's had a better season individually than Declan Rice.
He's the player of the year for me. No ifs, ands, buts about it, Kenny.
Because only two goalkeepers have won the Football Writers of the Year. Pat Jennings won it in 71. Neville Southall won it in 85.
Yeah, he's for me the player of the year. Whether if you ask me for football player, the football writer,
him or Gabby,
he's player of the year. No doubt about it. Because without him, we don't win a title this year. If we do win one,
I'd probably go with that as well.
I mean, you got to think about it. He's had.
It's also been the reason we've fucked around and found out a few times.
But see, this is also
when it's mattered. He has come up clutch.
You know what? This is and I know we get ready to close, but I'll say this. You know, we go back a couple of seasons, and we were telling people, we was like, "Hey, man, Ray's a better goalkeeper than Ramsdale." And folks are like, "Oh man, how can you say that? What are you? Wow in the world, you know?" And now you fast forward, and now you see what we saw. You know, yes, he's prone to make a mistake here or there, but he saves you points. You remember how they used to say about Chet? Well, they would say Chet would get you
15 points a season and all
like
that.
12, 14. He literally this goalkeeper has done it. He has got
It's also cost us a few points, but at the same time,
definitely,
some of the saves he's made this season.
This is what I'm getting at. I was gonna say some of the saves that he's made that have gotten us 3 points this year has been out.
Yeah, or kept us in a game, and then we've gone and nicked a 1-0.
Yeah,
true. Yeah,
that's true. Just to answer this comment from CJ as well, by the way. Yeah, see, this is where you guys don't get it. Yeah, every single fucking player at Real Madrid. Every single player at Real Madrid, apart from the ones that signed in the summer, have won trophies at that football club, bro. Yeah, and they're the biggest club in world football. Yeah, so I don't get what your point is.
You know what?
Every single player, Valverde, yeah. Dani Ceballos has won more trophies than Martin Odegaard will win if he plays to 150.
Yeah, that's true. Actually,
and Dani Ceballos won at our club as well, by the way. Kieran Tierney's just won a trophy. So cool. Should we take him back then?
Yeah,
you wouldn't want him, would you?
Yeah, but you know, Dani Ceballos, he's actually having a bit of
a good player,
isn't he? I don't know. You live in Spain, but there's a bit of a standoff between Arbeloa and
that whole club is at fucking civil war.
They're not talking.
Everybody's standing off. Everybody's standing off. It's a standoff between everybody there.
Yeah, you got fucking Valverde and fucking in hospital because it fucking Tchouaméni weighed him in. You got Camavinga not going to the World Cup. You got Arbeloa and Ceballos, everyone kicking off. Yeah, dictator Mbappe apparently is the problem. Yeah, they're all on Vinny's case. Yeah, the whole fucking club is just funny at the minute, man. With them, yeah, they will fucking sort it out because it's Real Madrid. Their fans won't have that shit.
You know what I blame for it? Yeah, but you know I blame Florentino Perez and his obsession with the Galacticos because I'll tell you one thing. When Real Madrid won everything in 2 years ago, there wasn't a chemistry problem. They bought Mbappe. You know what I was saying?
I was just curious to say, I told Kenny when they signed Mbappe, I said their team is too top heavy.
It's too top heavy. There's a Mbappe. It's a chemistry problem because Vinny Jr. wants to take penalties. Vinny Jr. wants to come to the left-hand side. Mbappe plays his best football on the left-hand side. Jude Bellingham wants to, get on the end of things and score goals. So I don't care what anyone says. If there's a chemistry problem with all your attacking players, it's not going to work. Yep. So don't get it wrong. That obviously halftime Hooks talks about the possibility of getting Mbappe, and people were talking about his off the field thing and maybe his attitude. But the fact is, if a world class player is on the market, and I'm not saying to the couple of us because that's not happening. But if a world class player is on the market, and we're trying to say that we want Arsenal to be a Formula One club, we have to be interested in him, regardless of what we think about his attitude.
He's in here. He's in here.
Yeah.
2-0. They're ridiculous. This Rafinha is a fucking joke, bruv.
Hey, look who gave that goal up right there. Look who gave that goal up.
Hector Bellerin. Looks like a 1970s porn star, bro.
Who's Hector plays? Hector played the final last year. He played the final last year at Chelsea, didn't he?
Yeah, Betis. The goalkeeper for Betis, Valles. Yeah, he's actually a good goalkeeper. He was at Las Palmas, but he came through their academy, Betis. He went on. He wouldn't sign a new contract with Las Palmas last season, so they said, "Cool. Well, we're just going to terminate your contract." Look at Bellerin. Look, he passed Rafinha straight in, dickhead.
Right in the middle of the pitch.
They said we're going to terminate your contract, and in Spain, if you're under contract and they terminate it, and you can't sign for anyone, mate. Yeah, even though you're a free agent. Yeah, so we had to wait all the way to the end of the fucking season to then sign for Betis again. That's it. Look at Bellerin's face. Look at him. Don't worry, mate. You just go and get a dead trim again, innit? You mug. Can't stand that guy.
You think? Did you know what? When I think about where we are now,
Rafinha's on a hattie, by the way. He's coming off, so he ain't anymore.
You know where we are now. Sometimes I think. I look at the players we had before, and I'm thinking, did Hector Bellerin and Mustafi actually play for Arsenal? Did Mafropolis actually play for Arsenal? Who's the other one? Who's the other one?
Rob Holding.
Callum Chambers.
Callum Chambers. Rob Holding.
Tomiyasu.
Tomiyasu was... but did these players actually play for Arsenal? Lichtsteiner. Did he actually play for Arsenal? Who else was there? I mean, Podolski was basically he had about 5 bellies when he played for us. You know what I mean? Giroud. I mean, the revisionism.
Yeah, Socrates. That's a good one. Socrates. Scalacci.
Yeah, Socrates. I mean, did he actually play for us? Because
what was that joker that played for United that came to us?
Which one? There's been loads.
No, I know you're talking about. It's Sylvestre.
Yeah, Mikel Silvestri.
Silvestre.
I remember we signed him with Kenny. I said, This dude, we signed this dude about 10 years past his due date. How we signed this guy? We signed this fool. This Arsenal football.
We had players like Benny Yoon. Oh God.
Well, he saved us that one year.
He saved us one year.
On that coming down the stretch that one year. It was him and Kim Castrom did it.
You sent me this the other day, yeah? This is how far we've come in 1 year, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is when we lost to PSG at home last season. Matt sent me this the other day.
Look at that team.
Raya in goal. Timber got injured. Saliba, Kivior, Skelly.
Yeah.
Odegaard. Yeah. Rice Marino, Saka, Trossard, Martinelli. Look at the bench. Neto, Setford. Fucking should have played Tierney, you mug. Yeah. White, Zinchenko, Sterling, Butler, Deji. Yeah. Henry Francis, Cabia, and Ethan. Betis have got a penalty, by the way. Isco's a baller, bro.
And you look at but actually, some of the players, isn't it? You got Bacola, Zaya Emery. Good play, and you know, like
Zaire Emery's. I think Bellerin's offside because he's a fucking.
Is it Warren Zaire Emery? You know,
Zaire Emery. I think's played. I think he's up there with their highest minutes played this season.
You got Mbaye.
PSG.
I think he's pretty good. You got that PSG team was looking pretty good.
Look at that PSG team. Look,
they've got
Donnarumma, who's left and won stuff. Yeah, Hakimi's been out injured for time. Marquinhos, Pacho, Nuno Mensch. Vitinha, that midfield's a fucking job.
All of them. If Hakimi's fit, that's virtually the same side, isn't it?
Pretty much. There's a few that have gone there, but pretty much the same. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We don't care if Isco dived. He's a baller, and I think Bellerin was offside anyway.
Bellerin was off a couple of feet there.
Yeah, he looks off. But yeah, that team is pretty much the same. And this is the thing. Comes back to what you guys were saying. Dominate. Yeah, fucking go for it now. They got rid of Donnarumma, yeah? That goalkeeper they got now is fucking rubbish. Yeah, it's trash.
It comes from
they got rid of one of the best goalkeepers in Europe at that time.
I will say this, Lee, I agree with you, but I will say he has improved the last bit of the season. Because the first half of the season, ooh, my word, he was
getting everything going.
Yeah, the thing
about Claudio Bravo at City, he couldn't save anything.
Yeah.
The problem we got, the thing with him, he comes for crosses. So what's happening is that because he's come for crosses, if he somehow, you know, he somehow concedes, he's always going to get free kicks because he actually comes for crosses. He cons referees because because every time he comes for a cross, that means if you know what I mean.
No, I get it. No, 100%. Right, big up Carrington, bro. He goes, what was Tierney going to do against PSG? Cross the ball.
Well,
cross the ball.
I think
into Marino.
I think the Tierney thing. Yeah, the thing with Kieran is that the manager early doors made his mind up about him to the extent that if Kieran Tierney did play for us, in terms of trying to build him up to get him to play. The reason why I've always had a problem with how Kieran Tierney was treated is because I've seen Kieran Tierney playing a back three for Scotland, where he's playing in the three defenders, and Robertson's the left back. So when I was hearing the manager saying he can't invert, I was thinking, hang on here, he virtually does that.
He gave it. It went to a VAR check. The ref went to the camera and gave it. He stood on the job, bro. He said, "No, bun you lot in VAR. We don't get the shit. We don't get the shit in England, lads."
Yeah, but guys, you see what happened at Old Trafford today with the equaliser from equaliser, like their equaliser where Bomo was supposedly handled the ball.
Look at Ben Hur,
and
like Ben Hur.
Hey, guys, did you watch the Man United game?
You talking Man United? I watched
the 20 minutes.
Did you see their second goal where the referee still gave the goal?
Yeah.
My ball at Isco 2-1. Look, they're fucking loving mucho Betty. Now I only see the last 20 minutes of that game. Yeah, Man United should have fucking banged about 5 past them in the last 20 minutes.
But do you see Cogna's second? Do you see Cogna's goal? Where
the only goal that I don't think I
Yeah,
see any of the
that
goals.
should
No, I
You
didn't see
saw
any
it,
of the goals. I
mate,
didn't.
when everyone say it was handball.
No, I
when-
see the last 10 minutes of that game plus stoppage time.
Yeah.
That's what I see.
It wasn't handball though. It wasn't handball because it's come with his fight and it's got in his armpit
It went to the
and he ain't
foot.
moved his arm. So that's a goal. But a lot of people say it's handball.
That's the thing. VAR has been put there to deter everyone away from the actual shit that's happening in football. Yeah, it's to cause more fucking eyes on the game, get more money in. Yeah, so all the people that are running football get paid more. It's as simple as that. Yeah, what's the easiest way to deter people? Cause a drama. Yeah, cause. You said it about you. You guys both said it earlier, and DJB. Everyone was glued on that Celtic game. Yeah, and you said it was mad drama. It was so dramatic, but that's what they wanted.
Lee, it was drama, mate.
Well, that's what they wanted. Because that league's been dying for viewers for fucking years. It weren't like it's not like Ali McCoist and fucking them man back that way, like that day, in that era. Yeah, that league's been on its ass for a long, long time.
Well, I tell you what, if they would have flipped the fixtures around, you would have got Celtic and Rangers yesterday, boy. Could you imagine if it played out and it was Celtic and Rangers on the final day to decide the time?
Well, apparently, yeah, everyone's fucking going mad, yeah, because Celtic robbed the title. I haven't seen the game. I've seen the goals.
They shouldn't have got that call of the night.
Did you see them play against Rangers in the Old Firm derby the other day?
Yeah, I saw that
last weekend. Did you see the fucking
overhead kick?
I saw that. The overhead kick from the Ada. Oh my day, that's one of the best overhead kicks I've ever seen. Yeah, the keeper didn't even fucking move, mate. And it weren't even like he put power in it. Yeah, it looked like it was going well over, and it just dipped right at the last second, straight in the postage stamp. What a goal! Right, Kieran Tierney set up the second goal in that game. By the way, my baller's done a double this season. Well, he's about to do a double because they're in the cup final.
Who they got the cup final? Who Celtic got the cup final?
I think.
Was that?
I think they got Dunfermline, isn't it?
Oh God.
This cameraman's killing me, mate. He keeps showing Bella in, isn't it?
Yeah, Bella keeps zooming in on it.
You know, that bombshell.
You watched that DAZN?
Yeah. Well, no, I'm watching it on mate. He's put a backstage link.
Oh, fair enough.
A different StreamYard. But no, it's not on DAZN. Barcelona's last game is not on fucking DAZN for no apparent reason.
They've already won the league. They've already won the league.
Why are better still attacking?
Is this the last game of the football season in Spain?
Yeah, because next weekend is the last weekend for Hype Bush.
It's the last home game for Barca.
Oh, so next week.
Next week's the last week.
Next week. So the Italian league's still going, the Spanish league's still going, and
still
the
one more game.
still going.
Yeah.
But the Bundesliga finished this week.
That was never a penalty, by the way.
Is the Bundesliga? Is that last games of the Bundesliga?
No. Next weekend is the last weekend.
Oh, I could actually put some.
Bundesliga's done. Bundesliga's done.
I thought that's next weekend.
No, 34 games. They're done.
Okay, well, at least they got player of the year. At least they got player of the year.
San Pauli have been relegated and so have Heidenheim. Bye-bye. See you later.
But, you know, Lisa, he also got a beer shower as well.
Fucking what, mate? I'm telling you, this Anthony boy. I'm telling you, Anthony Abde. Yeah, that Abde. I can't pronounce his surname. Yeah, he's a fucking baller. This Anthony is cooking as well.
Oh, Anthony's playing for Man United.
Did he save that? Right, Anthony's been cooking since he's been here. Oh, but that was because it's a Farmers League. That's all they ever say, bro. Yeah, and do you know what makes me laugh with that, Kenny? Yeah, when they go, "Oh yeah, it's a Farmers League." Cool. We've all sat here today, and you said to me about 20 minutes ago, Thierry Henry is the best player we've had, and I said Bergkamp, and you said, "Yeah, we could put them either way." Where did we sign them from? Yeah, the best players, anyone's clubs.
From Italian football,
exactly.
International and Juventus, yeah.
Yeah, the best players that have played for everybody's clubs.
But Lee,
from the fucking Farmers Leagues.
Lee, come on. 30 years ago, the best league in the world was the Italian league. Do you remember Gazzetto?
Gazzetto Sport Channel 4.
Yeah, Sport.
Oh.
Do you remember the music for Channel 4?
God, that's my fucking parents used to make me watch fucking Nigel Mansell fucking racing around. Otherwise, I wasn't allowed to watch that shit.
Do you remember when we secretly blew out the Premier League?
Oh my God! What a power driver!
What's
What
the
a
score
goal.
now?
Cancelo 3-1. What a fucking goal.
Yeah, but don't you remember, Lee? We all blew out the Premier League because we were watching the Italian league. Do you remember that?
Yep.
What a goal!
And then after that, it was then La Liga, Revista de La Liga.
Yeah.
Yeah, we used to be
yeah.
able to watch Italian football more than English football. Then we used to be
Yeah,
able to watch
Channel
Spanish
4,
football
innit?
more than English football. And then Sky Sports destroyed football.
Effed it up, innit?
But it was
remember-
actually good until about 2007.
Lee,
Don't
it's
you-
frozen. Watch it. It's frozen. Watch it when he takes the shot here. Watch
Look
this.
at Pedri. He's a bad man.
Yeah.
Look at Pedri.
Hey, Angela, Lee.
Look at
I
that
I can't see it, man. I just remember in the 90s, Italy and Spain had the best leagues.
Yeah.
And it's,
90s and noughties. 100%.
and the Premier League was the most exciting, but Germany were a better league than us in the 90s.
Bundesliga's been lit this season, mate.
Oh, man, Bundesliga's been world class.
Yeah, Bundesliga 2
you
as
want some
well. Oh
attacking
my
football,
days, bro.
that's
Bundesliga 2 is crazy.
The attacking football, I'm telling you, man, it's outrageous in the Bundesliga.
Let me just share this before we end, yeah? Right, so Kenny, listen to this, right? I haven't looked at La Liga 2 results this weekend, yeah?
Go on,
I know
yeah.
Malaga won, right? This is the league table, right? Racing Santander, I've just seen, they've been promoted, right? So Racing Santander are back in the La Liga next season. Right? There's still a few games to go as well, yeah? But they've been promoted.
Is Real Madrid playing?
Now, they won against Oviedo the other night. Santi Cazorla standing ovation at the Bernabeu.
Are you talking
But-
Madrid? No, they played today. They played Sevilla today. They won 1-0.
Oh, yeah, they did. Sorry, my bad. They did play Sevilla today in Sevilla.
Who won?
So check Real Madrid.
Madrid.
Who got the
So check
goal?
this.
Mbappe.
No, Vinny.
Yeah,
Oh, really?
So check this, Kenny, yeah? So
Yeah.
Racing are on 78 points. Deportivo are on 74. Almeria on 71. Malaga 69. Las Palmas
Bloody hell.
69. Yeah, Las Palmas 69. Castellon. Yeah, you know fucking, yeah, do you remember the fucking little midfielder that used to play for Leeds United? Yeah, fucking Dominguez.
Oh, I know him, yeah.
Yeah, he's their manager. Yeah, he's their manager. He took their reserve team to the highest, got them into like fucking third division or whatever. Yeah, he then got the full job. It took them from relegation up into a fucking possible promotion to La Liga. And Castellon are just like tiny little club. Yeah, they're on 66. Yeah, Burgos 66, Eibar 64, Cordoba 60. Right, then you go down the bottom. Yeah. Zaragoza are losing 2-1. They're 22nd, rock bottom, yeah. 35 points. Yeah.
They're actually
Leonessa.
showing results. They're actually showing results on they're showing like the latest. You know the game you watch, is it Betis?
Yeah, Barca Betis.
Yeah, they're actually showing it. Every time there's a goal, they keep on updating it on Sky.
Right, check this though, Kenny, yeah. Bottom of the league in La Liga 2, 35 points. 21st, 36 points. 20th with a game in hand, 36 points. 19th, 37 points. 18th, 40 points. Yeah, 17th, 42 points.
Yeah.
Hey,
So that is a proper league, man.
Hey, you need to watch out for Paris FC. They beat the PSG in the Paris derby 2-1.
Well, Lee, we watched. You know, they got.
Well,
they fell
Dembele
off.
went off injured, everyone was saying.
Did
Yeah,
he?
but yeah, so everyone in the chat was saying that Dembele went off injured. Yeah, but then there's reports saying it's precaution. Well, let's hope he's fucking injured. Well, in the nicest
He's
possible
the best
way.
player, isn't he?
Yeah,
Or
in
isn't
the
he?
nicest possible way. He was playing. Look at this. Look at this football from Betis. He should have hit that. Look at this. Oi. Come and done me. But no, listen, we are going to wrap this up, guys. It's been sick. 2.5 hours has fucking flown past, by the way. We're going to raid DJB. He's going live. He probably is live.
He's
Kenny-
been live for 26 minutes, mate.
Well, there you go. See, I could talk to you two forever. Yeah, Kenny, enjoy the game tomorrow, man. You know, last time game of the season, you've been every fucking home game this season, and you've been most of the aways in London. Well, you've done all the London aways, to be fair, and Leicester.
We're set for one.
Well,
Set for one
Set
because
for
I got
one.
let down for the biggest one as well. But one thing I will say is that you never know where I'll be filming. I could go to that. You remember I promoted noodles buffet, Chinese noodle buffet. Not run. Actually, it's a halal, But the fried chicken is the best in London. It's in Straggering Road. Any of you want to go there, you can get the bus W7 from Wells Terrace. You can get the bus 210 or the bus W3. You can actually walk from Finchley Park Station. Good exercise for you. But make sure you go to Noodles Cafe, Noodles Buffet in Straggering Road. It's past the Tesco's, past the other takeaways. Go there. He's a great guy. And he always allows me to take more than my fair share. Because the rules are going there.
Well, ain't going to argue with you, is he, Kenny?
It's just that I think they brought this rule in for me that you've got to make sure you be able to shut the container. But you know me, if I can't shut the container, so there's a bit of a problem there. He's got to get me a bag. Now I know you don't watch this, mate, but what you don't know is that when your back's turned, I'll put extra chicken wings in the bag.
Well, you want to hope you don't fucking watch it, Kenny.
I know.
Make sure you follow Kenny Ken 1972. Kenny, you're hilarious, man. Yeah, always love you, man. Always love. Listen, enjoy it tomorrow, man.
I will.
Don't worry. I say enjoy it. It's going to be hard work. Yeah, hopefully it won't. But it's the last game of the season. You've been every game at home this season, Kenny. Yeah, so yeah, last game of the season. Shame it ain't the last day of the season for the last home game, but that's how the fixtures roll. But no, bless up, man. And you're always a credit to this channel. I love you to pieces, man. Always. And make sure you follow Kenny Ken 1972. It's pinned, by the way.
Yeah, so just one more time. It's Noodles Buffet in Straggering Road. So it's just not too far from like Hanley Road, the dairy. Just it's there. So it's very nice. And hopefully I'm definitely going to Crystal Palace away. I've been told I'm going anyway, so if I'm not there, you'll probably see me in Noodles Buffet drowning me sorrows. But
well, no, you'll be sitting there giving it fucking yes.
But Jack Ramsey has promised that he's going to feed me when I get to. He's a Crystal Palace fan, but he's going to feed me.
He's a good lad.
But apparently,
hopefully he's got a big wallet, mate.
Well, I'll tell you one thing: he's going to have to feed me after the match. There's a place that does. Any Nigerians out there, any West Indians, there's a Nigerian delicacy called suya. So they do suya and jerk chicken. So Jack, I'll have a portion of suya and a portion of jerk chicken. I can't describe it, but it'll change your life.
Nice.
if you eat suya, beef suya or chicken suya, it will change your life. Any Nigerians in the chat, tell Lee about suya.
Kenny, Lee has never had jollof rice.
Never.
He's never had jollof rice. Well, that would change your life. But so any Nigerians out there, tell Lee or message Lee, and I'll make sure he answers your chat, your messages on Instagram. Tell him about soya because Lee needs to know about soya because it will change his life.
Please do as well. Come on, bless up, man. Love you, Kenny. Matty, always love, man.
Yeah,
Matty.
Man.
Southern Guna is pinned. And yeah, man, we'll be there tomorrow night for the game.
We'll be there tomorrow, man. We'll be there. It's got to get done tomorrow, Lee. It's got to get done. We got 2 games. We need 2 wins. I don't want to hear nothing. People talking about draws and what if this. No. It needs to be 2 wins. That's all I'm worried about. Win. Just win, baby.
Just win.
Facts. Well, fucking hell.
Yeah, I thought that was
score more goals than the opposition, and we're halfway there.
Yep.
Yeah, put the ball in that net more than it goes in that net, and we win the league. 2 games, mate. Then we can look forward.
And one last thing here is hopefully Mikel Arteta won't pull a Zubamendi again tomorrow night.
Lee, you know the ironies of all ironies. That I've got the TV on, not loud, but the first news item is Bruno Fernandes equaling the Premiership assist record. So I just thought
I'll turn that shit off. So unsubscribe.
I have turned it off, but I've got something better. I've seen Calvert-Lewin just taking his top off after scoring. So I don't know if the ladies in there.
He then took his vest off afterwards. He had little, you know these girls that go to the gym that wear the little vest top, to keep their dust in shape. Yeah. He's taking Lewandowski off. Is he injured?
Yeah, he's taking him off. What's called for a send-off.
I don't know if he might be injured as well.
I don't know if it's appropriate thing to say, but Hector Bellerin and Calvert-Lewin, they're very in touch with their alternative side, aren't they?
Yep. Right, standing ovation by the
What
way.
a player he was. I mean, what a player.
Last game at home for Barca. The whole stadium, including Betis fans, is at Barca. Yeah, are standing up for 11. What a player, man! How many goals he scored? About 700 odd fucking goals.
2,455.
Yeah, times fucking 12 or something. Yeah, minus pi fucking. Yeah, what a player! I don't know if he's injured or whether they just did that as a nice little.
Hey, Lee. I think if you're going to raid the DJB, we might as well end the stream in
forever. Yeah. Listen, bless up to both of you. Make sure you sub to DJB when you get there, and big up to him for jumping on there. Yeah, he had to pop out, and then he's live now. So raid DJB, and yeah, I'll be back again tomorrow. Yeah, with the game, and fan cams, and my emergency meeting. So yeah, this is me done for the day. I'm chilling.
Lee, if we don't win anything, your emergency meetings is going to go. If we don't win anything, I'm going to jail, bro. I will find his address. I swear. On that bombshell, we're out of here. Let's up to everyone who's liked, shared, commented, sub, donated, all that good stuff. All the members, everyone inside. Make sure you sub to all the lads. And yeah, tomorrow, we will be there. Massive game.